Old Trapper beef jerky is made from lean strips of steak and quality spices that are smoked over a real wood fire. So it's tender and it's tasty. It's not tough. And why is it so good? Because Old Trapper is a 50-year-old family business known for their relentless commitment to quality. They take smoked beef extremely seriously, and you can taste it in every single bite. Old Trapper is packed with protein. It comes in 4 great flavors to satisfy all your cravings. Quality smoked meat at its finest that goes with you wherever you go, to the game, to the gym, to the beach. So look for Old Trapper in the Clearview bag. You can see the quality you're buying. Look for it in major retail stores near you. If you don't see it, clones, ask for it by name because no other jerky compares. Old Trapper, what's your beef?
If you missed the Brian Bailey Show, you missed.
Ruffin McNeil, the East Carolina Hall of Famer. Your first bowl game in East Carolina was against Maryland, right? The Military Bowl and that was at RFK Stadium.
Well, you know what? That was the first bowl game as the head coach of East Carolina. And I think Ralph Regent has just been let go.
Yep.
Well, that was a different type deal. I've been in some weird situations. You know, they had a really good, talented team, and, we came up real short up there, but I enjoyed that experience anyway.
Tune in Mondays at noon for the Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities, right here on Pirate Radio.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi-Spa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations available. Visit us at beautybarmedispa.com. Also follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Go Pirates!
America's favorite light beer, Bud Light, is also the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times with family and friends, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there's fun, because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Always have fun, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Go Pirates!
Hello, Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and a multitude of advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,500 people, and we're one of the largest employers in our community and region. Pitt County Schools is currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. Come work for a diverse, thriving school system and be an important part of ensuring success for the students of Pitt County who are the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org. And remember, education is truly a team effort. Pitt County Schools. Live and lead.
Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. If you're looking for wings to be delivered to your home, Wings Over Greenville has you covered with no third party needed. Wings Over Greenville has its own in-house delivery service. Be sure to try the all-new tender sandwiches by ordering ahead on the Wings Over mobile app. Open till 3 a.m. on Friday and Saturday, Wings Over has everything to cure those late night munchies. Give them a call at 758-9464. Wings Over Greenville. They deliver.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
This is Mark Washington with Max Sports Performance at Max Fitness. Our facility has reopened and is following all safety protocols. The best thing you can do to strengthen your immune system is, of course, to work out and exercise on a regular basis. I can assist you as your performance coach. You can also enjoy the benefits of a private facility. Avoid the crowds and work out at Max Fitness. Now is the time to get healthy. Max Fitness, just off Highway 43 in the old Ace Hardware building behind Speedway in Greenville. Call me, Mark Washington, 902-4877.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Well, I just think we were prepared. You know, one thing my trainer, he told me, he said, what did he say? He just told us to be prepared.
All right.
Ty?
Hi.
Ty?
I want me some glory hole.
Dude, you ain't mouse. I'm the boss.
Go cojones.
It's me, Nancy Garcia.
Hey, I'm sorry. All right.
How about those friggin' pirates?
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Hello and welcome into the first edition of Pirate Radio Live in 2023. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios on this Tuesday. Welcome into Pirate Radio Live on 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. You can find us on 1250, 930, also online, PR927FM.com, and watch the show, be a part of the show on Facebook Live and on YouTube. As we are streaming there, you can be a part of the program. What is on your mind on this Tuesday as we recap East Carolina's football season, culminating in a bowl victory. Big hoops game coming up Wednesday night. Pirates coming off a huge basketball win on Saturday. We'll talk about that on today's program as well, and a whole lot more with our guest on today's show, including Mike Mully, going to join us here in hour number one in studio around 3:30. 4 o'clock, Michael Perry, former East Carolina coach, now on the call with the voice Jeff Charles for each and every ECU men's basketball game. We'll talk to Coach Perry about the huge win at Wichita State and the game coming up Wednesday night against UCF. Got that on the way. And Bryce Williams will join us in the Pirate Radio studios coming up at 5 o'clock. Shirley Rhodes is here, Chandler Honeycutt, the big dog Glenn Griffin, and to my left, Troy D. Troy, Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year, Clip Brock and Pirate Nation. Glad to be back, and what a great day to be back. What does that say, Clip Brock?
72.
72 degrees and nice outside for the first official work day of the year. It's as nice outside as it is inside.
We are both wearing shorts.
Yes.
That you cannot see.
That's why I'm in such a good mood.
You are
Winter's gone, baby. Bring on
gone.
springtime.
All right. Beach this weekend?
Maybe so.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Troy D in a good mood because of the weather and because of the Pirates coming off a bowl victory, a basketball win. So we have a lot to talk about, Troy D.
What a finish to the year.
Yeah, no doubt. A strong ending to 2022 for ECU.
Absolutely. And I tell you, I was talking to a lot of folks. It's amazing the difference just one win can make, especially the end of the season, especially a bowl game, because we haven't had this feeling in so long, Clip. You know, we either haven't been to a bowl game or we've lost a bowl game. To be able to end it on a win, man, it just completely changes the attitude around the program, in the community, and everyone I've talked to. Just so much positive vibes going on as we head into next season now, which is now this season, I guess.
There are a lot of positive vibes. I don't want to take away from those positive vibes, but there is something I kind of want to discuss at some point.
Well, there's going to be a little change in the roster.
And that is we have to retrain our brains almost in the way we think about college athletics and year to year, and what are we going to look like next year? What are we going to look? How's recruiting for 3 years from now?
It's a year-to-year deal.
I think those days are long gone.
That's Clip Brock's father's way of thinking.
This is not Clip Brock Jr.'s era.
Right.
Folks.
This is a year-to-year, and sometimes even half season and a half. I saw today ECU basketball player transferring right at the start of conference play here. So, I mean, sometimes you don't even make it through the season, Clip, and people are transferring.
Yeah, I mean, he was going to redshirt anyway, not play this year. But again, that's what we live in today when it comes to college athletics. So while I agree as a program, coach stability, those things, if you look at Mike Houston, East Carolina, compared to other schools in the American, we are certainly top half, near the top of positives. But you got to think about the personnel. Who's here, who's not, and
how about
that.
all those guys from UNC transferring in? Look at the positive.
Sure, it goes both ways.
It does.
I mean, the portal.
It's changed the way
you can go
college football is.
You can go in one uniform, come out in another. You can go in, not come out at all.
Yeah.
You can go in one uniform and come out in the same uniform.
Yeah. Saw that in Coastal.
As the Coastal Carolina, Grayson McCall did.
Yeah. I talked to some Coastal folks. They were paying him some decent NIL money to stay. I was told that there was another university wanting to pay him more where he was leaning. But I tell you what, that game with that injury may have played a role in that. Maybe he was better off staying at Coastal and getting the treatment he needed and just continuing there after cooler heads prevailed, perhaps.
Well, for East Carolina's sake, one player we won't be seeing this year that had a major impact for ECU is Keaton Mitchell, who declared for the NFL draft. So he is taking his talents to professional football. You lose that. You lose the school's all-time leading passer.
Yeah.
You lose a 100,000-yard receiver in
Noah
Winstead.
Henderson, also going pro.
He is.
Yeah.
Lose your starting tackle. I mean,
You can't blame these guys for wanting to better themselves and wanting to get paid as a professional. As a Pirate fan and supporter of the program, you hate to see him go because I think everyone knew the potential he had here. But,
I don't blame anybody for any decision they make because it has nothing to do with me.
No, of course. I'm just saying selfishly, I would have loved to see Keaton Mitchell in the purple gold one more year.
We all would.
Yeah.
I would love to see every player stay.
There's a part of me that's like, damn, I hate that happen. But I'm also happy for him. If it works, I hope it works out.
We all do.
Yeah. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
That is true.
That's the risk these guys take when you leave early. But I think it's, obviously, I imagine they've talked with people in the know and consultants and folks that are involved in the league, and they wouldn't do it unless they felt there was a great opportunity to better themselves and to make some money.
I mean, I said, and I still stand by that Tyler Snead, I don't think he was going to improve his stock, stay in another year. He wasn't going to get any taller. He could have had another 1,000-yard season. Would that have improved his stock? I don't think so. But you see now, he's not playing professional football anywhere. Still could somewhere. But Keaton Mitchell, could he have improved his stock with another year? I don't know. I mean, he's you got to strike while the iron's hot sometimes.
Yeah.
And, I mean, good for him. Yeah, hopefully it does work out for him.
Yeah. Well, I was glad to see, like you said, things are always changing now, especially in this world of transfer portals and NIL stuff. It's constantly on the move. But I was just glad to see at least one moment in time, a bowl game that at the onset, when it was announced, I think there was a little bit of disappointment where that was where East Carolina was going. But as it got closer, Clip, I sensed the excitement in the team and with the players and the coaches said, hey, look, here's our opportunity. We're going to make the most of it, and we're going to finish this thing the right way. And there were some ups and downs, obviously, during the season, but I give the guys a lot of credit. They stayed focused. They came hungry, and they played to win. And I thought it was, once again, a great way to finish out the season and a positive ending to a great career for Holt Nailers, a legendary career. And let me go ahead and be the first to say it, future ECU Hall of Famer, Holt Nailers. Get used to that because I'm sure once he gets a chance, a guaranteed first ballot, if you will, Hall of Famer for ECU. And what's next for him, I think, is a tremendous pro career. So we'll continue to follow.
I mean, on the post-game show, you had him as like a first-round draft pick.
Well, I did not go that crazy. Let's not go nuts. But I do think he can have a very good pro career. Let me say that.
In the NFL?
In the NFL, yes. Now, whether he gets drafted or is a free agency deal, I've told you before. I'm not making any bets on that. I do think he'll get an opportunity in the NFL, and I do think he'll make the most of it. I stand by that statement, and I truly believe it.
We'll see. I hope so. That would be awesome.
And let me tell you something. I didn't always feel that way. A couple years ago, I'd be like, oh, we'll see. I don't know. He's great. Might just be a good college quarterback. He's proven it to me. And I think his upside, as I said before, we haven't seen yet. I think he's still got a higher ceiling than we've even seen. So let him look what he's done, not 100%. He's been injured all of this year between his shoulder, between his hand, between his finger. Get this kid 100%, get him behind an offensive line at that's really high quality. I mean, there's no telling what this guy could do. Get him with some guys, some real quarterback coaches that can really coach him up there too. No dissing what we have here on staff, but You get him involved in something like he's gone to the Peyton Manning deal. You get him on that type of level on a regular basis. I think we're going to look back and go, damn, Holton's, as I said, I can kind of compare it to Garner Minshew, just like he's having a great pro career.
We shall see on that. We shall see.
Time will tell.
One thing, one change for East Carolina, although should we even believe this as many times as Steve Shankweiler has left and returned?
Well, first of all, he's not. I want to clear the air on this. I think this is just good marketing. Steve Shankweiler's not retiring, is not leaving. I talked to Shank. He's just moving offices.
And changing positions.
Yeah, and changing titles.
Yeah.
He's still going to be with the program. I love his new position. He's not going to be the O-line coach, but he's still going to be heavily involved in the program in a great way. He's not going anywhere. And so I do think some of this is not really true. It's not retirement where he's off to the sunset and rocking in the, out at the beach.
So what about Chandler's graphic? Retiring from coaching after 48
I think it's a little misleading. I don't think he's retiring. He's still going to be working.
Is he coaching?
Now, that is one of those gray areas where you could maybe say he's not a coach. He's going to be, what's his new role with, he's going to be.
Well, let's hear the post game video that we got from the locker room.
Let's hear it.
Because Mike Houston addressed the team.
What does that guy know?
After the Birmingham Bowl victory, and we'll hear his words on Coach Shank.
Where's Coach Shankweiler at? Oh, Shank. Right there. Hey. Yes, sir. 48 years on the sideline. Coach Shankweiler is going to step away from coaching on the field. He's going to remain with the program. He is taking over as our new director of alumni and high school relations. Okay? So he's going to be with us. Okay? But I'm telling you what, we wouldn't have been here without him. Hey, Coach!
Not getting rid of me that easy, says Steve Shankweiler.
All right, so stepping away from coaching, will still be involved in the program. I love the role of director of alumni and high school relations. And let me tell you this, Clip. They can paint this however they want. And we're reaching out. We hope to talk to Shank later this week. Let me just say that. Once a coach, always a coach. He may not have coaching title. He may not be paid the same as a coach. He's still a coach, Clip, and he's still in the building. And he still has the ability to talk to kids and coach them up. He may not be on the sideline. He may not be active every single day at practice, but the guy is still involved, and he still has a world of knowledge in his head, especially when it comes to the offensive line, and he's not going anywhere. He is taking a new role, and hats off to Coach Shank for a job well done, and job continued to be well done because he's staying here. He's not retiring.
Chandler, can you put all that Troy just said underneath that picture?
I can try.
All right, thanks.
I did change it from retiring to stepping away.
Stepping away from coaching. That's fair. I can live with that. Okay. That sounds.
I did change that. Because John Moody's in the Facebook comments, he's also like, he's not retiring.
Nobody ever said he was retiring.
Sorry, John.
People are sensitive about this.
Oh, my gosh. But
and I reached out. Listen, I reached out to Coach Shank yesterday. I said, my first statement was congratulations on the retirement. Okay. And even he said, I'm not
Troy
retiring.
said he was retiring, John.
He said, I'm not retiring. I'm moving offices. I said, okay. Duly noted. He is not retiring. And I don't want any of our people involved in this retirement nonsense.
How about this? Steve
Coach
Shankweiler,
Shank is staying.
He retired and then unretired and is back, but not coaching. He moved offices. Yeah. Why don't they just give him the same office? Why does he got to move office?
This new role that he's taken over, it's kind of like what a Harold Robinson
That's what
did.
It reminded me of.
A Harold Robinson type of deal. So we'll see.
Yeah. And Keaton Mitchell is not leaving because once a Pirate, always a Pirate.
He is always a Pirate.
So he is not leaving.
No, he is leaving, actually.
He's not.
No, he's not because he's always a Pirate.
He's always a Pirate.
Well, he'll always be with us in our hearts and minds.
He's still there.
Yeah.
But he's not.
By the way, nice new look for 2023 Clip. Bringing in Mustache March early, I noticed.
I got a mustache for Christmas.
Yeah, that thing is thick and bold already. Little salt and pepper action to it for those of you listening on radio.
Y'all should ask for one next year.
I asked for one this year. I just didn't get one.
You didn't get? Maybe Bryce did. I know Bryce has been working on
What's
one.
What's the wife say about this? I know she's not always a big fan of the facial hair.
No. Well, so I originally went down to like a Doc Holliday-ish. I had a little patch here.
Oh, yeah, the soul patch underneath?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet new look.
And she made me shave that for pictures that we took.
Oh,
but
man.
let me
See, I would have loved to see Clip Brock just the soul patch and no mustache.
Maybe that's coming next time.
If I could put in a request?
Yeah.
I would love to see that.
All right.
Just the under the lip soul patch.
In about 2 weeks.
And no mustache and no beard. Just that.
All right.
That would look sweet.
The request line is open.
We could go full midlife crisis mode Clip Brock with that thing. That'd be awesome.
Should I get like some blonde streaks in the hair or something too? While
You could go a little bit on the sideburns with the soul patch just to balance it out.
All right.
I think it would be a cool look. And I will say this. If anybody can rock facial hair and grow it like in a day and a half, it is you. You grow facial hair at an incredible speed.
And I was kind of a late bloomer. I think that's why I'm doing it now.
Yeah.
I wanted it early on in life and couldn't get it.
And you can pull off multiple looks like that. And then you can shave it off, start over, and then boom, a week later, it's got a whole new look.
Yeah.
This is impressive. Ellerby is very envious.
How long do you think Ellerby ever could grow?
I don't think he can. I think he can do it in patches.
Yeah.
I think like patches he can get it. But Ellerby is still in many ways a lifelong 14-year-old.
Patches, I'm depending on you, son. All right, other news and notes. How was Birmingham?
Man, I got to tell you, I call it the new and improved Birmingham, at least where we were. We didn't have to go anywhere to Legion Field, thank God. First of all, let me give a shout out. You know, I don't hand out compliments willy-nilly around here, Clip. So when I say something is nice, I mean it. I don't just say it to say it. UAB's new stadium is one of the nicest stadiums I've ever. Now, it's not the biggest. It's probably about 40,000. It's a nice size. It's not small. It's not huge. It's probably just right. But it's probably one of the nicest stadiums I've ever been in. It's almost an NFL quality stadium at a college level. Many of the NFL features are in that stadium. Of course, it's brand new. They built it for UAB. It should be nice. But it pains me to say this. It's nicer than Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. Once again, doesn't mean it's bigger.
Well, it should be. It just
doesn't mean
built.
it's bigger, but it is a lot nicer than what we have here. It's an impressive stadium. We're able to stay. You know, they've got the Westin, which is almost attached to the stadium. The restaurants and some bars that are right there too. Kind of little mini entertainment area. It was nice. I thought it was an enjoyable experience, much better than the other Birmingham Bowls I've been a part of. And I was a little surprised, though, that the restaurants kind of closed so early, especially the night of the bowl game. A lot of Pirate fans were looking to go out and celebrate and have fun. Everything was shut down. It was like it was all over.
It seems like a miss by them, right?
I agree.
Know what's going on.
Correct. It was like, guys, not only is there a bowl game, by the way, it's across. It would be like, Chico's not knowing there was Free Boot Friday for the first game of the year with NC State, and closing early. Why would you close early?
Or any of these restaurants downtown, like the other than Chico's.
Right, correct. Yeah. Any of them, correct. Yeah. Like, so you got to read the room, know the situation.
Yeah, it's the 27th. It's not like there's holiday hours.
And I would think the bowl people would have alerted, hey, by the way, we're going to have a lot of fans. And as I said, even if just 1,000 fans show up, it's a lot of fans in that area. And by the way, kudos to the East Carolina fans who showed up. I think a lot of these folks came from the Georgia area, that were down there and that maybe lived in Atlanta, and maybe within a 2-hour time frame. I know some folks drove in from Tuscaloosa that I knew that are Pirate fans. There were a lot of, let me say, out-of-state Pirate fans that were there that showed up that live in South Carolina. Maybe the drive was a little bit shorter. The Pirates, we have a picture of this on our social media if you want to go back and look at it, but we filled an entire side Clip. I mean, I didn't think we were going to have but like 1,500 people down there. We had thousands of folks down there.
I didn't realize it watching the game. I didn't see it till later.
And I remember talking pregame, ECU was on the wrong side for the TV cameras.
Yeah.
We were on the bad side, which means we faced the same way the cameras faced. To look better on TV, we needed to be on the other side. It would have looked full. But, man, kudos to Pirate Nation shows up, and they did it in a big way. And as I said, I don't think it was necessarily folks leaving in droves from Greenville to go there. I think this was a testament to fans that live out of state and away from here that made a trip out of it, too.
And it's a shame that those establishments closed early because Pirate fans love to party, and especially after wins.
And the night before, the places were packed, and it was packed with it was easily 5-6 to 1 Pirate fans to Coastal Carolina fans. I mean, there were a few Coastal Carolina fans, but this was an ECU home game. and the Pirates took over all the places we went to. It was Pirate fans everywhere down there. But, missed opportunity for those guys. But overall, I thought it was a good, positive experience. It was obviously great to be able to end it with a win and in a dominant show at that.
Yeah.
And it was, I would say very positive. There wasn't a lot where I look back and I hate that I went, or it was none of that. I wasn't really excited about going into it, but coming home, I was like, man, I'm glad I did it.
Yeah, Pirates putting up 53 points. A lot of positives coming out of it. I guess one negative, one player didn't stay there the entire game. Jawan Powell, and I'm just reading what I have from Hoist the Colors, left the game at halftime, apparently.
Did not know that.
And
did he go in the transfer portal at halftime?
I was not aware of that.
I don't know if there's a portal door in the locker room, but apparently his parents were there.
That stadium's nice.
And from what I've read, just rode home with his family.
He pulled an Antonio Brown.
He did, except he did it in the locker room and not on the field. Yeah.
All right, man.
That's kind of strange.
I would say so, yeah. You don't see that a lot.
Go ahead and finish out the game.
So, as of right now, I would not expect Jawan Powell to be in the future plans for East Carolina. We'll talk more with Igo about that on Wednesday. So that was weird. I didn't see that till like a day. Actually, it was brought up at halftime of the basketball game the night after the bowl game. Somebody had seen that. So anyway, there's that. We need to take a break. We'll talk some Pirate hoops. We'll talk about NFL. I don't think we have an update right now on what happened last night.
Watching live with my son last night when that happened. Kind of unprecedented, uncharted waters with the NFL in that situation. Very sad.
It was a Buffalo.
We actually do have an update.
DeMar Hamlin from the Bills. What's the update?
It's from the Bills in the last few minutes here. And it's real simple. It just says that he's still in critical condition at the medical facility there in Cincinnati. So
no update.
No update really, other than that the situation has not gotten better or worse.
Yeah. So that has put Week 17 on pause, as that game right now is still suspended.
They announced today that they will not be.
So they're canceling the game.
Dealing with that game.
So it's just that game will just be.
I don't think they announced.
They announced no contest.
When did they announce that?
Earlier. Read it up.
I think they announced they wouldn't be playing it this week, but did not say they wouldn't be playing it at all. But I will do.
Yeah, they got an interesting dilemma because I don't know where you play it. If you keep everything on schedule,
and when you play it.
Yeah, it's how do you do it?
Because the Bills went home,
right?
So they are gearing up for their Week 18 game.
Correct.
And the Bengals, I think, have the Ravens. So it happens so fast. You're this late in the year. It would be tough to find a spot.
Yeah, there's no open dates
to get it in.
Point. Yeah, I don't.
You're correct. It says that the Bills-Bengals game will not be resumed this week. NFL announced there's no decision on potentially resuming at a later date, but there's no later date to be had.
That's what we're talking about. Glenn coming in 0 for 2 hot in the year.
Well, yeah.
I'm just kidding. That's with you, Glenn.
Things happen.
No, we appreciate it.
There was statements released.
True.
That I may have not been 100% right on.
True. Also true. 2 for 2.
2 for 2. Way to make a comeback right there. He's back even.
Yes, you're even. 500, baby.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. Mully going to join us on the program.
Oh, yeah.
And big night, Wednesday night, Minges Coliseum for ECU basketball. The Sugboat strolling back into town.
Yeah, how about that?
With UCF.
Sug. Hopefully it's 6.
The memories.
Will the Sugboat sink this time?
The memories, my goodness. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. More to go after this.
Hey, Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
To keep your bodies active and engaged in the activities that you love, you need a good stretch. And at Bodies in Balance, that's the mission they follow to give you the best quality of life. With years of experience, the team at Bodies in Balance can create a stretch or massage program that's right for you. Visit them at 3101 South Evans Street in Greenville or schedule a home visit to receive a stretch or massage in the comfort of your own home. Call today at 916-4530 to schedule your first stretch consultation or massage appointment and check them out online at bodiesinbalance.com.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best.
Everybody loves burgers. Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Jamie Cuccinella, inviting you and your family to come by Cuccinella's Pizzeria and Italian Ice. Cuccinella's has been serving our special family recipe New York-style pizza since 1932. We think you'll taste the difference in just one bite. When you come in for a pie, don't forget to try our house-made Italian ice or gelato. We make small batches every day from scratch with all fresh ingredients.
Cuccinella's on Old Tar Road in Winterville and a new location coming soon to Uptown Greenville.
You've had your new computer a few years now, but lately it's been running super slow, acting strange, and you're worried about viruses and losing data.
This is driving me mad!
Let the experts at University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern professionally diagnose your Mac or PC to see what's really going on. They'll determine the root cause and not just symptoms, so you don't waste money fixing the wrong issues. Call 252-558-1280 for in-store or remote service, or make an appointment online at universitypccare.com.
It's the season for warmer clothes, hot apple cider, and changing leaves. But what doesn't change and what won't change is our commitment to your complete satisfaction each and every time you visit our dealership. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Complete customer satisfaction isn't just a seasonal thing, it's delivered every day. That's why we are the place to find your next truck or SUV. Come in and get you one. Phelps Chevrolet. Visit today or see us on the web.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier American-style restaurant and bourbon bar with daily specials. And here's the lineup. Mondays feature $7 margaritas and half-price appetizers. Tuesday is stuffed seafood night. Wednesday is date night. Thursday is roasted smoked lamb chop night. Fridays is prime rib night. And Saturday is Italian night and is also Fred and Wilma night with our 36-ounce bone-in tomahawk steak just like the Flintstones. And on Sunday, it's our legendary brunch from 10 to 2. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville.
This is Coach Gary Overton, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006, and they are the local tech support experts for any of your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's Clip Brock.
Welcome back into Pirate Radio Live. Great to be back with you here on this Tuesday. See what you're saying real quick. Josh says, horrible what happened last night. Prayers for DeMar. Shout out to EMS and medical professionals that were able to get to him and start working on him so early, so quickly. Absolutely. On that, John Moody says, hashtag keep the stash. All right, I'm going to keep it. Jonathan says, Clip, is your hat? Got this for Christmas. Nope.
You've had that hat.
This is an old hat, courtesy of Jason Mills.
Yeah.
He's DH Conley Baseball. And, of course, we read John's comment. Coach Shank did not retire. He's changing roles. No one ever said he was retiring.
Thank you, John. I agree 100%.
No one ever said that.
No one ever said that.
Yes.
Newton on players leaving says that's why it's hard to see ECU reach a big win season, 10 or 11 wins, when the guys leave early and not finish. Glad Holton did.
God, I was having flashbacks to the Peach Bowl watching Tulane.
Tulane just had a 12-win season.
I mean,
can we not do that?
What an incredible
I think we can do that.
over USC Trojans.
Why can't we do that?
Exactly. I was watching that game going, this could have been ECU if a few things had gone different this past season.
And what a turnaround for Willie Fritz in that program, because they were 2-12 last year.
That's correct. Troy, on the postseason, or on the postgame show, you said something to the effect of, let's not make this a season of what ifs. Let's make it a season that what it was.
Correct. That's a great line right there.
So
make it a season of what ifs. Let's make it a season of what was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was postgame.
So now, are you doing another thing where you argue with yourself?
This is New Year, new me.
It's not a season of what was. It should be a season of what ifs.
That could have been us.
Yeah. It's a New Year, new Troy.
As you were saying that, I was laughing at all the what if conversations you've had this year.
We should have done another compilation like we did with him about the about taking it easy.
He just did it himself.
That's what I'm saying.
I slow pitched that one to you.
I know. A season of what ifs. Tyler says Clip looks like a woolly willy. Is that the thing with the maybe the magnetic thing?
Oh, yes. I believe so. Yeah, I had one of those as a kid, actually.
Robert says more talk of Jim Harbaugh leaving for the NFL.
Should have been the Bears. Idiots should have hired him last year.
Could be.
Bring him home.
Could be. Carolina?
I was today years old. I was today years old when I found out that he was actually with the Carolina Panthers as a player, as a quarterback in 2001. He was there for 1 year.
Be a hell of a hire by the Panthers if they could pull it off.
That would fire up the locals, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Hell of a hire.
Because you're not hiring
NFL coach.
a college coach. You're hiring a guy that's been to a Super Bowl in the NFL.
Denver's in the mix, too, from what I'm hearing. So
Sure. I mean, I think he and Sean Payton would probably be the top two sought-after candidates.
He's the hot chick in the room right now.
At some point, we'll get to other NFL talk. I got a lot to say about Ron Rivera and his decision-making ability.
What you think of the new mascot they debuted? What was they called?
Major Tutty.
Major Tutty.
Stupid. I hate that word Tutty also.
It's like a slang for touchdown.
It's stupid. I hate that word.
Yeah.
I hate the mascot.
I'm with you on that.
I hate it all.
I agree.
Hate.
That's
But
a Tutty.
That'll come at another time. Real quick, Troy, final standings for 40 bowls in 14 days.
Oh, yes. How do we all do?
Should we hear the country song one more time?
Please.
I mean,
For old time's sake.
just before we go down the standings and everything, I want to hear the song one more time.
All right, go ahead.
Just for old time's sake. One of the best country hits of 2022.
40 bowls in 14 days.
Clip Rock, Chandler Honeycutt.
It's also playing at the Buck tonight.
40 bowls in 14 days.
Makes me sad bowl season's over.
40 bowls in 14 days.
It's a lot better than some country songs out there.
Absolutely.
Here we go. Y'all ready?
And it's got a great message.
Mama said 40 bowls. Papa said 14 days.
I remember when Mama said that.
Mama said 40 bowls.
And then Papa said this.
Yep.
Papa said 14 days. 40 bowls. 14 days. 40 bowls.
Sing along.
14 days.
Everybody do.
40 bowls in a 14 days.
Oh, yeah.
Man, there you go.
For the final time.
41 bowls were picked, Troy D.
Incredible.
I am glad to say we had a winning record by the skin of our teeth. 21-20.
Wow.
Were the bowl pickers
Now,
this
once
year.
again, this is just straight up. This is not even against the spread. That's
Correct.
how hard it is to pick these things.
Very, very difficult.
Yeah, let this be a lesson to you future bettors out there.
I did not help us out this year because I went 0-1. That was before Jeff Nadeau had his lock of bowl season and said take Air Force to win. I took the opponent, and was incorrect on that. Troy D, most wins for a picker this year. Troy D at 3-1.
Thank you.
Very strong.
It's a great start to the year.
Best winning percentage with games picked. Mike Mullis, who should be joining us shortly, at 2-0 this year. So nice. Congrats to Mully. Worst picker of the year goes to Stephen Igo and Bryce Williams, who are both 0-2 on the year.
Tough break for those guys.
Hate to hear that.
Not big college guys.
Chandler 0-1. Shirley 0-1. With their
I was 0-1. I picked the Tulane USC game in the Cotton Bowl. I did it as Corey Glore, and I chose the team that he doesn't even do the play-by-play for.
Correct.
I should have done it for Tulane.
Yep.
Yeah, should have.
What a win for the Green Wave.
Yeah, a great win for them.
We should have had you pick the state game as Gary Hahn.
No. I'm not.
Gary, now granted, maybe it was not the appropriate venue to be making comments like that. But the guy's had an incredible career. I mean, I feel like he should just apologize, and they should let him. I don't think he should be fired over it.
Sit it down to Downey.
I don't either.
I don't think he should have his career ruined because of it.
No,
we have the audio,
but he probably will. But he shouldn't. And
we have the audio for people that haven't heard.
No, we don't. We don't have.
Should we even play
we could probably find it. It's not
that bad.
It's not bad. But it's not the place to be talking about.
No, it's not the venue.
It was stupid.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely, that was just totally, I say it all the time, Clip. What was it?
Unnecessary.
Unnecessary.
It was unnecessary. Yeah. And now, if he would have said that the Sun Bowl Fan Fest had to be canceled because they are using the convention center to house migrants, that would be factually correct.
Right.
Again, it has nothing to do with the game or the score.
Right.
Probably should have just bypassed all that.
Yeah.
But he didn't. So
yeah. But we're losing. The bottom line is we're losing a lot of these people that Chandler does good impressions on.
I know. Gruden.
We lost Gruden. Now
Gary Hahn.
We're on the verge of losing Gary Hahn.
I'm starting to worry about Corey Glore.
I know. I was just thinking, like, oh my gosh, Corey Glore, please don't get in trouble.
It's like a kiss of death. If Chandler starts doing impersonations of you, be careful.
Yeah.
Look
and
out,
then
Rich.
your career's over.
Hopefully, Coach Rick Smith's not near a microphone.
Coach Houston, be careful.
Yeah. There you go. John Moody says, upon further review, I would like to apologize to my Pirate Radio family for coming out of the gates hot about the Coach Shank news in my previous comment. John, apology accepted.
I also accept John's apology, and thank you for your listenership for these many years, John.
There you go. All right.
Definitely a P1 listener.
Let's, where's Mully? Should we call Mully, I guess?
Well, I saw him at lunch today at Tiebreakers, so I know he was coming in because he mentioned it to me.
Jansen says the new Commanders mascot is a bootleg Stormy from the Canes. I didn't even think about that.
It looks like that.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Or like an old Piggly Wiggly mascot.
But, of course, it is a...
What if it was an old Piggly Wiggly mascot? They put a new shirt on.
Yeah, they just... Hey, we don't... We're Carly C's now. We're not Piggly Wiggly anymore. We don't need this mascot costume. Yeah. Here, you can have this.
He picked it up on clearance, like Salvation Army. It was in the man section.
It's supposed to be honoring the Hogs, but does it honor the Hogs?
It was in the mascot section.
There you go. Joining us, Pit Electric Live Line, Mike Mullis.
Not even in person?
Happy New Year, Mully.
Hey, buddy.
Mully, how lazy? Why couldn't you be here in studio?
Because I've seen you enough for one day.
Good answer. Mully, if I could not be in studio, I would as well, but I'm forced to be here. Mully, what you doing, man? What's up?
Oh, just working, ringing in the new year. It's busy time.
You wearing your Aaron Rodgers jersey today?
I am. I'm all in on that cat.
He's got Green Bay feeling good again, and RELAX, relax. It's just like a few years ago. Packers now a win away from making the playoffs after a horrible season.
Yeah, no, this is, we kind of text a little bit during the game and after the game. He's the girlfriend that's just hard to love, but he's what we got. He's really good. I mean, he's really good, but I don't know. He's just so bizarre this year.
Speaking of bizarre, Troy D, any thoughts?
On Green Bay, no. I do have some thoughts on Monday Night Football. Did you see, I'm sure if you didn't see it, you've seen it now, what transpired last night, Mully.
Yeah. I saw it, and it's sickening.
Here's what was kind of stunning to me about it, because I was watching in real time. And it did, when he first went down, there was an injury. I was like, well, who got injured? Because I had a DVR. I rewound it to see what happened. Because it wasn't, we've all watched a lot of football, and sometimes you'll see a guy coming down the sideline. He just gets decleated. It's one of those wow hits. This seemed like a routine kind of tackle. It wasn't anything that was out of the ordinary. I would say it just seemed like a football play. It wasn't one of those things. Oh, well, this guy's going to be. He got up, and then all of a sudden he collapsed. And I didn't even see him until they showed the replay. Him collapsing. I think they cut away on the live feed when it originally happened, and that was shown in the replay. But then I was like, well, you saw how serious it was. I think when the whole team surrounded him that early, and the ambulance was on the field, you started seeing the reactions that this isn't a normal injury. And even though they weren't going into details at the time, it kind of, I remember watching this happen too. I was watching live with Dale Earnhardt when he hit that turn in the wall. And at first you think, oh, he wrecked his car, but nothing terrible. He didn't flip it. It wasn't crazy, but it was enough to kill him. And, same with this situation. Sometimes you never, even though it didn't look terrible, it could be an absolute tragedy. And hopefully he can pull through. He's still in the hospital under critical condition. But, man, this could end up, who knows what his future is, even if he recovers from this, and hopefully he will. He may never even be able to play again. Right now he's just fighting for his life. But that was the thing that kind of stunned me, was like, at first you were like, well, what happened? It didn't seem that bad. But something that doesn't seem bad can be very bad, as we've learned, throughout the years.
Yeah, and I don't know what else any of us can say about it. I mean, I think the recap you just gave kind of sums it up, and I think that's kind of where the sports world is right now. I think the NFL's done the right thing by coming out saying that this game will not be finished this week, and at some point, they'll have to figure all that out. But I don't know. I mean, anybody that watched it, anybody that's ever played any type of sport, anybody that's got children that still play. I've got two boys that love football very, very much, and Troy, I know you have one as well. It makes you go, we're done with this game. But this is one of those deals. This type of injury is more apt to happen with a line drive off the chest, or one of those types of things. So I guess the moral of the story is that it could happen at any time, and every day's precious, and it's kind of it definitely is a very sad occurrence, and it's what it does is it rehumanizes these guys that look like superheroes, and the way they wear the shields and the masks, and they've got the visors, and these guys, they're gladiators, and they're kind of superhuman until you see this happen and you see what an impact it has, to have a teammate affected that way. And I think that's the biggest takeaway, if you try to maybe look at the positive here, is that it's a testament to the value of being part of a team. It's a testament to the relationships that are built in competing in team sports and in teams in life in general. So, obviously prayers have gone and will continue to go up to him and his family. And I think that, again, the other bright spot is the amount of money that's been raised by his charity. He's doing the GoFundMe to raise money to give toys to kids, and was shooting for $2,500. And the last thing I heard, it was over $3 million. So it's, a lot of things that can be taken away from it. Nobody wants to hear about a perfect story, and this young man's got a story to tell now that through his trials and tribulations, a lot of people will be positively impacted.
And this is the dark side of sports, unfortunately, and it's not just football. As you mentioned, baseball, you're one play away from taking a baseball to the head as a batter. I mean, accidents can and do happen. We've seen that before. We've seen other people have life-changing injuries in football. You've seen things happen in basketball even, and players die on the basketball court. That's the dark side of unfortunately, athletics, just like in life, that things can and do happen that are bad at times, and it kind of makes you stop, like you said, and hey, these guys just aren't numbers on a sheet of paper and just aren't fantasy stats. They're real people. And I think this is, especially on this stage on a Monday Night Football, where it was the only game being played prime time, and a game that had playoff implications. A lot of people were paying attention to this, And then when it happened, ESPN it would have been easy for them to go, okay, we're going to go ahead and put a 30 for 30 on, and we'll come back when we have more information. Sticking with it and staying with the story for an hour or two. I mean, I stayed with it until Scott Van Pelt came on SportsCenter, and that was like midnight, I think. Staying with it the whole time. And I think, Clip, you said, you were doing something else, but as you were following online the score as it was paused, you started to see what was happening. Yeah. So I think the audience probably grew as the night went on, because then people wanted to know, well, how is this young man? What's happening? What's the latest? What's the update? And still now we only know so much. We really don't know any more than we knew last night, but definitely our thoughts and prayers are with him and his family. But that is the unfortunately, Mully, as you know, the dark side of sports.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's maybe unfair or even maybe just a little dramatic to call it the dark side. That's life. It's also temporary and very fragile, and it's kind of it's extremely unfortunate, but we all run a risk getting out of bed in the morning, and so it's again, we just hope for the best, and it will be interesting to see how this thing's handled. From a business standpoint, I think the NFL's got an absolute atom bomb on their hands if they handle this thing the wrong way. And I don't know what the answer is. That's in a boardroom at the top of the tallest building in New York. So we'll let them kind of handle that. But I do know that this has been an interesting year. Started, in my opinion, with the Tua concussion, non-concussion, and how that was handled so poorly by the NFL. And the message has been, we care about these players, and these players are people, and now's the opportunity for them to put that into action. So we'll see how it all pans out. I think that the most important thing is obviously the health and well-being, of the player, and then the mental well-being of the players that were around him, his teammates and brothers in arms.
Yeah, Mully, you're right. I mean, there's no playbook for this. The NFL can't go to, say, hey, here's how we handled this situation before. Really uncharted waters with this thing. And you're right. I think the eyes of a nation are on the NFL now, how they handle this going forward, separate from DeMar's hopeful recovery. What do they do going forward? And that'll be talked about, I'm sure. Hopefully they'll do the right thing, but who knows what that right thing is at this point.
Well, I mean, what other safety precautions can you put in, like wear chest protection?
Oh no, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is for that. I was just talking about where they go now. Like, do they play this game? Do they not play this game?
What's the right move?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what the right move is. I don't think, if I was an advisor to the NFL, I don't know what you do, because we talked about it before. Now it's a logistical issue, timing wise. You can't play these games but so close together. You're running up against the last week of the season coming this Sunday. Buffalo's already back home. The playoffs start the following week. I don't know what you do, as far as that goes.
Yeah, I don't think they're I mean, we're going to sit back and judge what they do, but we ourselves don't know what the right move is.
Correct. It's a really tough spot.
And I don't know. It kind of gross all the... You don't have to have a comment or an opinion on everything. It's okay to just kind of sit back and wait. And, just people going nuts last night about everything. Idiots like Skip Bayless, and then everybody wanting to cancel Skip Bayless. It's okay to just, keep your thoughts to yourself, because it's not about you at that time. It's about the injured player and his team. I don't know. It's kind of gross, the stuff that went on last night.
I am no fan of Skip Bayless. I do think, I reread his tweet. I do see where it could be taken out of context, where I think he was trying to make the point, none of it matters at this point. It's all irrelevant. But people only saw the first part of the tweet where it says, how could you stop a game? So I'm just trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. Was he trying to say, it doesn't matter, it's all irrelevant, all that matters is this young man's health? That's the
sure, but good or bad, I don't care what he has to say about it, or anybody else for that matter. I don't know. Sometimes it's okay to just not say anything and just beat your
I know. I'm just responding to that because you brought it up. I think you could read what you want into it, but maybe you're right. Maybe he would have been better off not tweeting anything.
It's not going to do any good at that point.
But he's also an attention seeker. That's what he does. He likes to rattle cages. So I don't know how much of that was trying to, I don't want to say offend people, but get people to retweet and talk about him.
Mully, we got to take a break. You want to hang on or go? Your call.
Yeah, you know what, boys? I'm going to need to jump off. I've got a 4 o'clock. We'll catch up again soon, spend a little more time together, and I'll even, as long as Troy isn't there, I'll try to make it in studio.
Sounds good. I originally had you at 4 when Troy was going to be gone, but you had something come up.
You're encroaching my time, Mully.
I always try to set it up.
Be a little nicer.
You're not with Troy, Mully. You know that. So.
Yeah, look, we love each other. We've been doing this together for how long? And I probably get more comments on my time on the air when it relates to the banter or really the hard time that I enjoy giving Troy. So we'll just say it's good for radio.
Yeah, it is. Nobody cares about Mully's sports takes.
No.
We just want to diss on each other.
Yeah.
All right, Mully, man. We'll see you soon.
All right, see you.
Okay, hey, Clip, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Mike Mullis. I'll tell you that again next week.
Mully, let me be the first to wish you a Merry Christmas.
All right, bye, Troy.
Let's take a break. We'll come back.
Only 11 months away.
One more segment to go this hour, and we'll turn it over to hour 2, where we will hear from Michael Perry. Fired up for some ECU hoops in Minchies Coliseum, and that is the problem. I didn't want to be fired up again for ECU hoops, but they won on Saturday.
They're lifting the spirits.
And I got to get excited again.
Yes.
I was deflated last Wednesday. I was like, all right, I'm good on ECU hoops. I'll keep going.
Not so fast.
But now I got to get excited again.
Filling you back in.
I'm going to paint my face and everything. All right, more to go. Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Hey Pirate fans, did you know there are thousands of special needs children and adults right here in our community that loves ECU athletics as much as you do? Robbie's Clubhouse is a local nonprofit organization that can turn your unused ECU tickets into a fun day for a family with special needs. If you can't make it to the next Pirate game, simply call 1-800-DIAL-ECU and donate and designate your tickets for Robbie's Clubhouse. Go Pirates!
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
If you wake up in the morning with a backache, feeling more tired than you did when you went to bed, you probably need a new mattress. And the best place to get that mattress is Factory Mattress. Hi, I'm Kirk Smith, General Manager. For more than 40 years, Factory Mattress has been Greenville and Wilson's local mattress dealer. We guarantee the lowest price on the area's best selection with over 50 models to choose from. No seconds or overruns. Factory Mattress offers only first quality direct from the manufacturer. Sealy Posturepedic, Beauty Rest, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. The most highly trained sales associates with over 60 years of combined experience. Same as cash financing with 0 interest up to 48 months and free local delivery. Face it, to have a good day, you've got to have a good night. So sleep better knowing you saved money at Factory Mattress, locally owned on Greenville Boulevard in Greenville, on Forest Hills Road in Wilson, on the web at factorymattressusa.com, and a proud member of Pirates Supporting Pirates.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, Pirates Supporting Pirates.
Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. University Sportswear ENC.com is your one-stop shop for all promotional products for your business. With over 1 million items to shop from, University Sportswear ENC.com offers high-quality products at prices to fit any budget. Visit University Sportswear ENC.com for contact information and to get shopping. University Sportswear ENC.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Happy New Year. This is Talbot Green, and I'm excited to announce our new partnership with Integrity Home Mortgage. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans, plus construction and lot loans. Our Integrity Home Mortgage team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir offer over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service.
To get started, call me, Braxton Green, at 526-8260.
NMLS 28516, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Amanda Houston, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Go Pirates!
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? We'll keep it local and print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, here on a Tuesday. Happy New Year to you and yours. We're with you every weekday, 3 to 6, right here on Pirate Radio, and looking forward to a fun 2023. Got ECU baseball on the horizon. Big basketball game coming up tomorrow night. Troy D, something to look forward to. February 23rd. Circle that date, Troy D.
The 23rd.
Season 3 of Outer Banks.
Oh, man.
Returns.
Wow.
I know you'll be fired up for that.
I knew it was coming out.
Yeah.
I have to refresh my memory how it ended. I don't remember last
either.
Season. It was a little vague.
I don't even know if I watched all of season 2. I'll have to go back and check it.
I remember the guy's boat blew up.
Wasn't that season 1?
Was that season 1 already?
I don't remember.
I'm gonna have to go back and see.
I gotta look.
Yeah, it feels like it's been 2 years since they've done one of these things, but it hasn't been that long, I don't think.
Yeah, season 3 coming out February 23rd.
I'll admit I'm gonna watch.
Yeah,
whether I want to or not.
Guilty pleasure.
I get hooked on that stuff.
All right. Other news and notes I saw where the NCAA is recommending a 90-team NCAA basketball tournament.
I like it.
Looking for expansion.
It's fine with me.
Yeah.
90 teams.
I mean, if it lasts another
14 days,
another week, I'm down for that. March Madness, best time of the year.
I mean, all it is more money for the NCAA. If you think about it, that's the one thing they control is the NCAA tournament. They don't control bowl season. They sure as hell don't control the playoffs for football. Basketball's all they got. So if they want to make more money, what do? You expand it.
I'm trying to find out. So maybe they go, if it's 90 teams, you do 2 play-in games, because then you would have 88 divided by 4 is 22. So you'd have 22 teams in each bracket. Maybe that's the way it goes.
22.
So the 1 versus the 22.
How long would it be before ECU makes it if it gets expanded to 90?
Looking at our past numbers, we still wouldn't make it.
What would it take to be a top 100 team? That's a good goal for us, right? To start in basketball. Let's be top 100.
Yeah, I don't think we've been that since ever.
That would be what? There's over 300 teams playing D1 basketball, so it would be a top third in the country.
I think right now we're in the top 200.
I'm trying to be realistic. Young Troy D. Let's be a top 25 team. You know, I would be irrational exuberance. Now, as I'm older, I'm a little more mature, Clip. Let's just be a top 100 team. Is that realistic? I'm asking.
A top 100 team?
Top 100. Can we break the 100 mark seal?
Let me see where we are in net rankings.
Let's start there.
Now.
I feel that should be our goal. Let's be a top 100 team.
I wonder the CIT year what we were in the net rankings. Anybody listening smart enough to
Probably
pull that
still
up
150
for us?
is my guess.
Yeah, so we would have to do even better.
Is it possible? Yes, I think it's possible.
Here we go.
Will it happen? In
Troy D's first anything is possible of 2023. Thank you for saying that.
That one just slipped out. I wasn't even planning to. Is it possible? But is it possible? I'm asking.
You just said it was.
I believe it's possible. I'm asking you. Do you think it's possible? In your lifetime, will ECU be back in postseason?
In the top 100?
Well, let me just say this. Will ECU, in your lifetime, Clip Rock, be in what we know as the NCAA Tournament March Madness?
If I have to bet, and if I win the bet, I get an extra 10 years added to when I was supposed to die according to God's plan.
Okay.
And if I lose, I'll die 10 years earlier than I was supposed to die. I would bet no.
Okay.
Just going off history.
Yeah.
I would say it's a pretty good bet.
Right.
To say no.
Yeah.
Right now, East Carolina is 166 in the net ranking.
So we're not that far off, man.
No.
I mean, seriously, we're kind of like middle of the road right now. As far as middle of the road being, how many
in all of college basketball?
334 or something?
There are 363.
Oh, more now.
Ranked
363.
Yeah.
So hold on, let me just do some quick math.
So we're in the
here.
top half.
So that's a start. 363. Boy, there's a lot of teams playing D1. 181 is the halfway point there.
We just beat 131 Wichita State.
So we're in the top half of major Division I basketball, Clip, if you want to look at it that way.
Major Division I basketball? So
All right,
you're
D1
calling like Bethune-Cookman and
D1 basketball.
IUPUI?
We're in the top half of D1 basketball right now.
Correct.
Would you call us with the elites?
No.
We're the top half. Not the bottom half, Clip, the top half.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's a start.
We're at the bottom of the top half.
Way to put a sour note on such a great song.
I saw Igo put out a tweet earlier today. Brandon Suggs returning Wednesday night. Will you cheer or boo?
First of all, I'm not gonna boo Brandon. So I would not encourage anyone to boo him.
Okay.
I don't. To me, I know I want to boo him.
Are you going to cheer?
No, I don't feel I have to cheer for him either. You know what? A young man sitting next to me not too long ago once said it's okay not to do anything.
Yeah.
You don't have to make a comment.
Correct.
And you don't have to cheer or boo.
No.
You can go just to watch someone like that. You can cheer for your Pirates.
Cheer for your team.
Right. Which you should do. That doesn't mean you have to boo the opposition. It damn sure doesn't mean you have to cheer for them.
Sure.
So, no, I would not boo or cheer for him.
You are abstaining.
Yeah. But I don't have any axe to grind with him.
I was going to say...
How about you? You're the one with the emotional attachment.
That's correct. If he was announced in the starting
former
lineup,
captain of the
Sugboat. If he was announced, I would give him a few claps.
Yeah.
But he's not a starter.
Okay.
So I'm going to do nothing.
So you would give him a golf... You would give him a golf clap.
Correct.
Yeah. Now, I was the, footnote in history, one-day honorary captain of the Sugboat, which many will remember.
How did that happen?
Some would call that a search and seizure.
You pirated the Sugboat?
You were out that day, and I was filling in for you.
Yeah.
So I was kind of became a self-appointed Sugboat captain.
You're a bandwagon anything. You bandwagon.
But it was only one day. But it was a great moment. But no, I don't know. You're as I said, you're probably the one with the most emotional skin in this game.
Correct.
Yeah. So I'll take your lead on this clip.
Chandler, what is your thoughts on booing, cheering Brandon Suggs? You'll be there tomorrow.
I'll be there tomorrow. I'll be covering for Pirate Radio. I'm definitely going to be getting a lot of video of him warming up and coming onto the court. If I'm just a typical fan there, I'm just probably not going to do anything. I just watch him come onto the court. I might give a clap. I would clap more than boo.
Yeah.
I would definitely not boo.
Now, if I was a student, Minji's Maniacs, I might boo him like every time he touches the ball. Give him that kind of welcome back. Mm-hmm. But I'm not in that position in my life now.
You're a grown man. You're 40.
Correct. 41 even.
Yeah.
Speaking of numbers, Rohan says even if we were top 90, 100, we still wouldn't get into the tournament. Even with 68 teams, you got to be top 40-ish in the net to get an at-large spot.
Correct. I know. And we were fantasizing that if they expand to 90, That's what we're talking about, not the existing format.
I'm still trying to find, in the 2012-2013 season when the Pirates won the CIT championship, Jeff Lebo and his program won 23 games that year. They were 23-12. They only finished the season in the conference 9-7, but they did finish with an overall record of 23-12. I'm still trying to find the net rankings where the Pirates finished up that year.
What year was it?
2012-2013. So they started in the fall of 2012, and then they finished the season in the spring/winter of 2013.
So you're doing your research on that.
I'm trying to, and I can't find the net rankings, the final net rankings where the Pirates finished that year. So
Okay. All right.
With a 23-12 record, you would think that it would be at least top 150.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Put them at 140 that year. 145. Yes.
John Moody, whose daughter was on the Sugboat, if I recall, or the youngest member of the Sugboat, says, I'm sorry, this is John Monroe, not John Moody.
Oh.
This is John
Got
Monroe.
Moody on your brain.
John Monroe, no relation to Rodney, says, I'm going to send the Sugboat into the glory hole. Now, I don't know what that means.
But there it was.
I don't know what that
right
means.
in the middle
John.
of it.
I'm just reading what you
I
said.
want me some glory hole.
We're going to need some explanation on that.
I don't know what that means. Jerry Jones may know what that means. All right. Let's see. Anything else? So there you go. All right, Troy D. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Clip. And by the way, let me be one of the last to wish you a Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
How long? We've had this discussion before in past years. What's the etiquette on wishing someone a Happy New Year?
Right. When does it end?
Yeah, do you give it through this weekend? A week?
Yeah.
Once you're a week out, you're like, all right, that's enough of the Happy New Year.
Or I think if you see somebody in January
14th, you haven't seen in a while. Do you still wish them a Happy New Year? You're 2 weeks out.
I would say yes.
Okay. So different rules for different people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of which, different rules for different people. Kenny Curling says, give him hell. He left, and he plays for that crappy University UCF. Susan Dean said, stay classy, no booing.
There you go.
So everybody's got an opinion on it.
You know what? That's why they have multiple flavors of ice cream, Clip, because everybody likes and thinks something different.
That is correct.
Yep.
America.
Baskin Robbins, was it 32 flavors?
I want to say 31.
31. Maybe they should add an extra one because there's so many different opinions.
Let's take a break. Eric says ECU was 127 according to these rankings. Not sure if this is official. Could you let us know what you're looking at, Eric? We can't see you. Or your rankings. What rankings are you looking at? Are these Eric's personal rankings? Or are they something else?
As I said, I think top 100 is a good goal to shoot for to start.
Right now it is, and it is attainable.
Right. Let's be a top 100 team. I think that would be awesome. Great step in the right direction.
Let's win tomorrow night and see where we are.
One game at a time, Cliff.
When we return, Michael Perry joins us to talk Pirate Hoops. That's on the way. Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Jeff Stein, our special guest from Brown & Wood. Hey, Jeff, electric cars are coming. What's that mean for Brown & Wood customers?
For the customers, like it or not, EV is coming. We've installed 5 electric vehicle chargers here at the dealership. We have the all-new Cadillac Lyriq coming at 1st of 2024, and we've just seen the first reservation for the new Sierra EV.
People are interested in electric vehicles. How can they get up with you?
They can visit us at brownandwood.net or 329 Southwest Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi-Spa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations available. Visit us at beautybarmedispa.com. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Go Pirates!
With over 30 locations across North Carolina and southeastern Virginia, Quality Equipment is your local John Deere dealer, where you'll find everything you need for your next project. Our complete lineup of John Deere lawn and garden, agricultural, and commercial worksite equipment comes with years of experience, expertise, and dedication. We know what it takes to get it done right. Stop by today or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza. Homemade lemonade.
Hungry for game day, Pirate Nation? Take advantage of the Warren's Hot Dogs tailgate special of 10 or more hot dogs for only $1.50 each. And the best part, this special is available every day. Just call ahead and Warren's will have your order ready to go. Hungry for breakfast? Warren's Hot Dogs in Chocowinity opens at 5 a.m. with cheese biscuits, chicken biscuits, sausage dogs, and more. Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville, across from Ron Ayers, or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Go Pirates! Are you looking for a home loan? Look no further than Amy Goss at Guild Mortgage. Since 1960, Guild Mortgage has partnered with industry professionals to close loans on time and help millions of Americans realize their dreams. Call Amy Goss at Guild Mortgage in Jacksonville, 910-389-4602. Amy Goss is licensed in Florida, Georgia, Maine, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Guild Mortgage Company, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS 3274. NMLSconsumeraccess.org / for licensing information. Please visit guildmortgage.com / licensing. Guild Mortgage is not affiliated with Pirate Radio.
Add some sparkle and style to your home and save at Bostic Sugg Furniture. Give your home a new look in the new year with beautiful new furniture. Right now, get a Bostic Sugg first time ever offer with 3 ways to save. 1, get a sales tax discount on any purchase. 2, get a $100 in MasterCard rewards cards for every $1,000 you spend. And finally, get 6 months special financing. So add some sparkle and style to your home with a little help from Bostic Sugg Furniture.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Pirate Radio.
All of our last names are ECU.
The voice of the Pirate Nation.
Get down.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Utilities Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs, and you can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation, and GUC will match all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, here on a Tuesday. Trying to do some internet research here. From what I'm seeing from collegerpi.com, East Carolina's RPI ranking in 2012-13 hoops, and it doesn't have the correct record. I don't know if this is right or not, but I'm seeing East Carolina at 104. So I'm going to assume Chandler's research has ended. And you, did you give up on your research?
No, I mean, I've still got it on my computer. I got to doing other things. So, but yeah, I tried, but I did find the overall score for that year, which was a good year for the Pirates, 23-12, and 9-7 in Conference USA. So, and I also found the roster, some of the guys that was on that team, Miguel Paul.
I know the roster.
Peter Torlak.
I know the roster. I know the coach. I was there. We know that. Eric says he's looking at Sports Reference website, has East Carolina in 2013 as number 127. So if anybody has definitive information, we'd love to know. And we'd love for this team to somehow creep into the top 100. To do that, they're going to have to win Wednesday night and win a lot more games. And boy, did they win a big one on Saturday. Michael Perry joins us to talk about that right now on the Pitt Electric Live line. He'll be on the call with Jeff Charles tomorrow night when ECU faces off against UCF. Coach Perry, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. All is well.
Good to hear, Coach. And, man, coming off one of the top 3 conference wins since East Carolina joined the American. They go on the road. They beat Wichita State. They beat them by double digits. And, Coach, I remember I was listening to you guys when Wichita State went on that run, and you guys came back from a timeout. And I think Jeff said to you, Coach, they just need to stay calm here and get back in this game. And just very impressive to be down by 8 to 10 points, Coach, and come back and win on the road like that. But a big second half for the Pirates after getting down early in that second half.
Yeah, absolutely. Because as you know, Wichita State's got great basketball tradition, and whereas they might not be the team that they were years ago, they were top 25, top 10, top 15 team. They're a really good team still. And in that place, all they know is winning. And even in recent years, when maybe they have not had the records that they had in the past, and let's remember, too, it was only 2 years ago they were in the NCAA tournament, so they haven't fell out that much. They're just a good team, maybe not a top 25 team right now, but they're used to winning. And and at home in the second half and up by, 8, 9, 10 points a game, and that crowd becomes a factor, and they're going crazy. And they had a nice crowd, too. I mean, that night, a heck of a turnout. And usually teams don't recover from that. So that's what, on top of the Pirates playing well, was the fact that they did it against those type of odds.
Michael Perry joining us. Pirates hit their free throws. We'll get to that in a moment, Coach. But looking at the box score, if you're going to go on the road, win a game like that, maybe you think you need one guy to take over. It was really balanced for East Carolina. 4 Pirates in double figures, and beyond that, Winston Tabbs, who we hadn't seen a lot of, scored 8 points. Jaden Walker has 7. Luigi came in, played 8 minutes, scored 4 points. You had a lot of different guys contributing for East Carolina.
And that's been one of the reoccurring themes here for this team. Other guys have stepped it up. There's been some consistency. I know one team referred to Brandon, Javon, and RJ as a 3-headed monster. But then you've had some other guys that have been contributing also with some consistency. But night in and night out, a reoccurring theme for me, it appears, somebody else absolutely steps up. And Ezra obviously is playing himself into making it a 4-headed monster. But then you've also had, whether it's Quentin or Ben of late, who's been playing well. And then Jaden Walker has stepped up and had his moments as well. And he started last game. And his last game, it was Winston Tabbs. So you've had a series of different guys that have stepped up. So it's been a reoccurring theme that one or two of the guys step up outside of that 3-headed, which we now can make a 4-headed monster.
Michael Perry joining us. Coach, let's talk free throws. And one would presume that you would make more at home than you would at a tough road environment. But East Carolina last week in the narrow defeat against Temple goes 20 of 35. They missed 15 free throws. And then the other night against Wichita State, they hit 19 of 22. So it's not like, that they forgot to practice before the Temple game and they just started practicing going into Wichita State. So is that even explainable to you, Coach, missing all those free throws and coming back and making all those free throws?
No, I told Jeff before the game when he asked him about the free throws and, how would you approach that? And I told him, you don't really approach it much at all because I thought of it more as a nominee, and I think the coaching staff did as well. It isn't who this team is if you look at their body of work. Free throw shooting, the making of free throws has been a weapon for them. It's something that they've done extremely well. So I think they looked at it as more of a hiccup. It wasn't something they wanted the team to be overthinking. And as I told you on the broadcast, I mentioned that Coach Schwartz told me, I guess, the day of the game, the team actually made 31 in a row. I mean, so
right.
It's just one of those things that just happened. It was a bit of a hiccup. And you keep it moving because it isn't who they are.
And, Coach, when you miss all those free throws, fans immediately say, why aren't they practicing? We got to practice free throws. So I wanted to ask you about that as a great player, as a head coach and an assistant coach for all those years, Coach Perry. What's the typical free throw shooting like at a basketball practice day in, day out? Can you give us the behind the scenes on that?
Typically, you don't have a lot of time for free throw shooting. You try to interject it into different points of your practice, maybe 10 here, 10 there. So you don't get a chance to shoot a lot. After practice, you may have some time. We try to get guys in practice there before. So typically, outside of practice time is where you try to get more time. And you try to build that into the kids' schedules, and you really encourage them to. So a lot of times you'll find kids when you go into a lot of arenas, you'll find kids back in the gym later that evening or at night, and they'll come in and they do some more shooting as well as free throw shooting.
And I know you coaches love practice, and you talk about the lack of time you have between games, this grind, especially when you get into conference play. You're playing basically 2 a week, one midweek and one on the weekend. So what can you do? Is it more about just scouting the opponent, letting the players know what's coming up for the next game when you have those precious practice times?
Yeah, it's certainly preparation in terms of what the team is doing offensively and defensively. I saw today where Kansas coach Bill Self was talking about a quick turnaround for them to play against Texas Tech, and Texas Tech plays a sagging man-to-man defense, and they really kind of put 5 guys in a box and make it very difficult for you to try to, score on them. And he's talking about it's very difficult to try to prepare for a team. Like, it'll be the same if you're playing against a team that ran the Princeton offense and you didn't have enough time to prepare for it. Sometimes you're going to have nights like that when you enter into league play. So I think you try to talk about what they're going to do offensively and defensively, how you're going to be able to attack it, what offensive sets that you're going to actually look to execute against them, the things they do offensively. You want to talk about how you're going to prepare to guard those, whether it's flare screens or whether it's some downhill type ball screen that they try to set. But just any type of action that may be a little different than what you're used to seeing, you try to touch on that over those few days. But you want to try to spend a lot of time on what you can do to be successful as opposed to what they do. So you don't really have a lot of time for shooting.
Which is why I guess that extra time, you're talking about free throws, guys getting in the gym when they got a little extra time. That's why you have that practice facility, things like that for guys to kind of fine-tune shooting between games.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why you find your better players. Your better players they're not like leaving their season or the success of their season in terms of the time that they have allotted in practice time. They're in the gym at night. I know me as a player, I lived in the gym. The custodians used to talk about how I was in the gym all the time. And from everywhere I've been, I mean, your really good players get to know, the late night crew that's cleaning up the gym because you're in there all the time. You get to have a relationship with them. And the same is true here at East Carolina. The players are in there, and your better players, they're in the gym late night. I can remember coaching Akeem Richmond, one of the best three-point shooters we ever had. Akeem Richmond was in the gym with music on and his girlfriend sitting courtside every night.
Yeah.
Every night for, a couple of hours just shooting. And that's what you'll find. I'm sure the same is true of the guys today. If you're a really good player, I mean, you're in the gym during the day and at night, and sometimes both.
Talking to Michael Perry, and speaking of that quick turnaround, Coach, in football, coaches say 24-hour rule. After a win or a loss, you got to move on after that. For basketball, that's probably shrunk down to, an hour, 24-minute rule because you got to turn around so quick. It's a good thing when you lose. You don't have time to hold your head down because you got another one coming up. But when you win like the Pirates did on Saturday, great post-game locker room reaction that ECU put out. That was awesome to see the guys smiling. But, man, you got to turn it around quick, right?
Yeah, absolutely. There's no greater feeling for a head coach than to hear your team after a win in the locker room. I mean, that's one of the greatest feelings as a head coach you can possibly have. But it's short-lived because you can't admire your work too long because you're going to turn it around quickly. And, again, when you get into league play, I mean, you're going to have highs and you're going to have lows. And typically you say you don't get too high on a win, you don't get too low on a loss, and you try to be somewhere in that midpoint, and that's where you try to live at, and it keeps you focused and keeps you dialed in.
Michael Perry joining us. Pit Electric Live Line will be East Carolina and UCF coming up on Wednesday night. Minges Coliseum, going to be a fun one. Brandon Suggs coming back to town, the former Pirate who transferred to UCF. And, Coach, I was a big Brandon Suggs fan, what he did defensively for this team, and hated to see him go. And now his old teammates are going to do all they can to beat him coming up tomorrow. So how about that situation with the former Pirate coming back into Minges?
For sure. I mean, it's going to be extra motivation on his part, the extra motivation on the guys that are here that play with him on their part as well. A little different role for him. He was a glue guy. He was a very important piece of the team over the past few years and was really good last year. Obviously, you just mentioned he was the team's best defender. And but he also was a glue guy. But he was better. You know, sometimes we put that tag on the guy as a glue guy because sometimes we don't know what other tag to give a guy who may not be that good as the other five starters. But in reality, he is really a glue guy. He was your best defender. He came up with big offensive rebounds. He led the team in taking charges. And he could make shots from time to time. He was excellent moving without the basketball. And, you know, he came up being pretty consistently and being probably the third best scorer on the team. And so he contributed in a lot of different ways. So saying he was a glue guy, you know, he goes well beyond that for them. But his role's a little different there. He's not starting in Central Florida. He's coming off the bench. He's playing a lot of minutes. He's averaging probably close to 20 minutes a game, you know, as opposed to ECU when he was starting and probably averaging about 27, 28 minutes a game. A little different role for him, but he's actually contributing in very similar ways that he did at East Carolina.
Michael Perry joining us. We'll dive into UCF before we wrap up this conversation. But I was thinking about this weekend, Coach, even before the games. I mean, just be prepared to be surprised, I guess, when it comes to these AAC matchups. Just look at what happened over the weekend with Temple, who, you know, had a up and down non-conference, and you didn't know what you'd have in them. They are 2-0 in league play after the win against ECU, and then they knock off Cincinnati. How about Tulane? Ron Hunter and his team struggled in the non-conference. I remember Igo joining us a couple weeks ago. I said, just wait till conference play starts. Tulane will be just fine. They beat Memphis at home on Sunday, 96-89. I think really outside of Houston, and we expect them to be good, although UCF, you know, hung around, gave them a game. I mean, these things are going to be impossible to predict, and it's really important to protect your home court, which is why Wednesday is important for East Carolina against UCF. But night in, night out, these teams are just going to beat up on each other, Coach, it looks like.
Yeah, and it's too early to be able to really, you know, detect a trend. I think the trajectory for a lot of these teams was pretty high at the beginning of the season, and they played pretty tough out-of-conference schedules. So maybe things didn't go as planned because I think some guys really challenged themselves. I had a conversation with a coach recently about that. Do you really challenge yourself in the off season, or do you try to play a watered-down schedule and, you know, maybe build some more wins and maybe on paper you look better than maybe what you actually are? So there are two ways to do it. I think some of those guys, it seems you mentioned, they really went out to try to challenge themselves because I think they also were trying to build a resume for a possibility of an at-large bid as well. So they really challenged themselves, and now we're going to see, does it pay dividends for these teams going forward? It's still early. I mean, let's take a page from NFL football. Cincinnati Bengals lost the first two games, and everybody was saying, "Oh, wow, these guys were a fluke last year." And then they were pretty close to being the AFC number one seed. I mean, they've been on a roll since losing the first two games. So it's still early right now to try to actually project where teams are. Certainly on the look test, Houston really looks really impressive. Though they had a really tough game with Central Florida. And I think if you know the history of this league, Central Florida has played Houston tough over the past few years. So that wasn't a complete shock to me. But I was surprised that it was as close as it was.
Yeah, and UCF has played one of those good non-conference schedules. You talked about knocking off Ole Miss, knocking off Florida State, who's had a down year this year. Only lost by 2 to Miami, who is a top 25 team. They beat Oklahoma State, lost to 2 by Missouri. So, I mean, they played a pretty tough non-conference schedule. They are battle-tested heading into Minges. And, Coach, I know Mike Schwartz talked about this earlier today when the media met with them. They, like East Carolina, really pride themselves on defense.
Yeah, absolutely, and you're going to have to execute against them and execute for 40 minutes. They are a very good defensive team, but they also got some great offensive weapons over there as well. I think what's interesting for them now is that as the season has progressed, the rotation has shortened, and they're playing those starters a lot of minutes. So it'll be interesting to see how they hold up playing as many minutes as they are. And you see it more on the offensive end. Sometimes the shots don't they're not falling as frequently as they were before. And typically, defense travels on the road with you. Sometimes offense doesn't come. Some of the luggage makes it, but not all of the luggage comes when it comes to your offense and on the road. So we'll see what happens when they come with the Pirates, if all of their offense makes it here. But Central Florida's a good team. They got one of the elite freshman big guys in the league this year. And, of course, East Carolina's freshman Ezra is playing at an elite level. So there's going to be an interesting matchup there. And they've got some really good guards. And Central Florida, like a lot of teams, they hit the portal and came up pretty big with some guys that can contribute. And every night we're saying it, man, it's 2, 3, 4 guys to a starting lineup that were not there the year before that they got out of the transfer portal. That's almost every night consistently. So guys you may lose some guys, and I know Central Florida did lose a couple, but they're also picking up some guys too.
Coach Michael Perry joining us. You kind of touched on it there, Coach, but we'll wrap it up with this. East Carolina's keys for tomorrow night. What do the Pirates need to do well to knock off this UCF team Wednesday?
You got to execute offensively and certainly take care of the things that you can control. Obviously, free throw shooting is one of those. So you want to do that. Limit the amount of turnovers, particularly live ball turnovers, because this team is very explosive. They really take advantage of that. So you got to limit the live ball turnovers, particularly. Keep the turnovers down. And you got to execute and be prepared to execute sometimes later in the shot clock, because with really good defensive teams, it's hard to score early. So you got to be able to execute early. So shot selection is going to really be important. We've always said you don't want a bad shot to be the first pass to a easy or fast break situation for your opponent, and that's what can happen. You can take a bad shot, and that literally becomes the first pass to a fast break situation for your opponent. So you don't want that to happen. You want to have good shot selection, and then the defensive end, you got to guard and got to be prepared to guard. And with a lot of the teams in this league, it isn't just guarding their actions and guarding when they actually take a field goal attempt or forcing them into a difficult shot. You got to be prepared for the other game that happens when that ball goes up on the rim. You got to rebound that ball when it comes off the rim in this league.
Some great insight from Michael Perry, and Pirates won the rebound, had the rebound advantage against Wichita State. And Coach, something we hadn't brought up until you just mentioned it there, just 9 turnovers against Wichita State on the road. You can live with that number, right?
Yeah, those are winning numbers for sure, no question about it. Low turnovers and making free throws. You got to do those things to win games.
Yeah. Coach, I always enjoyed the chat. Thank you so much. Have a great call with Jeff Charles coming up Wednesday night, and we'll see you in Minji's. We appreciate your time as always.
Take care, and Happy New Year to everybody.
Michael Perry joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. We'll take a timeout, come back, keep the hoops talk going. When we return, we'll hear what Mike Schwartz had to say earlier today when he met with the media. Big one in Minji's. You can still get $8 tickets, so let's pack out Minji's. Make it a fun atmosphere coming up tomorrow night when the Pirates take on the Knights. This basketball team deserves it after their win on the road at Wichita State. More to go on Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
If you wake up in the morning with a backache, feeling more tired than you did when you went to bed, you probably need a new mattress. And the best place to get that mattress is Factory Mattress. Hi, I'm Kirk Smith, General Manager. For more than 40 years, Factory Mattress has been Greenville and Wilson's local mattress dealer. We guarantee the lowest price on the area's best selection with over 50 models to choose from. No seconds or overruns. Factory Mattress offers only first quality direct from the manufacturer. Sealy Posturepedic, Beauty Rest, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. The most highly trained sales associates with over 60 years of combined experience. Same as cash financing with 0 interest up to 48 months and free local delivery. Face it, to have a good day, you've got to have a good night. So sleep better knowing you saved money at Factory Mattress, locally owned on Greenville Boulevard in Greenville, on Forest Hills Road in Wilson, on the web at factorymattressusa.com, and a proud member of Pirates Supporting Pirates.
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Jamie Cuccinella, inviting you and your family to come by Cuccinella's Pizzeria and Italian Ice. Cuccinella's has been serving our special family recipe New York-style pizza since 1932. We think you'll taste the difference in just one bite. When you come in for a pie, don't forget to try our house-made Italian ice or gelato. We make small batches every day from scratch with all fresh ingredients.
Cuccinella's on Old Tar Road in Winterville and a new location coming soon to Uptown Greenville.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty. I've been in Greenville over 25 years. I'm a proud graduate of ECU. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, then give me a call today and let me help make your real estate process fun and easy. I keep it simple and explain the process every step of the way. My goals are your goals. There are no long-term contracts, and you always deal with me from start to finish. The right home starts with the right agent. Call me, Scott Harris, at 347-1857. Go Pirates!
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where the fiesta never ends. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Wednesday for shrimp tacos for $11.99. Plus Wednesdays means all Mexican imports for just $2.99. Thursdays, enjoy your favorite beef, chicken, or vegetable fajitas for only $11.99. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Russell from Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington. Russell's has a long history of dressing Pirate fans, both men and women. For the men, we offer both logoed and non-logoed from Peter Millar, Johnny O, and Smathers and Branson. Our ladies love Tyler Bowe, Crosby, and Never a Wallflower for game day. Join us in wishing the Pirates a healthy and successful season. And remember, for all your game day needs, shop Russell's in downtown Washington.
Go Pirates!
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of Pip Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 five-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growatpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. Pip, where business goes to grow.
Your vehicle is a big part of your life. That's why you should trust the team at Greenville Auto World for all your vehicle needs. Greenville Auto World believes in fair prices, superior service, and treating customers right. Visit greenvilleautoworld.net to see their fully stocked inventory of SUVs, trucks, and cars. Need a lift kit, custom rims, or wheels? Greenville Auto World can upgrade your vehicle today. For sales or service, visit Greenville Auto World on Highway 43 in Greenville.
This is Coach Donnie Kirkpatrick, offense coordinator for ECU football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by First Bank. Together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. Visit the First Bank location on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville for all your personal and business banking needs. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you have real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about the current real estate market? Or do you need a property manager for rental houses? ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX and SD Harris Properties can help answer every question you have and show you a stress-free real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. If you have real estate questions, Scott has answers. Call Scott Harris today at 347-1857. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Rock.
Alrighty, back with you here on Pirate Radio Live. Halfway home on this show, we haven't even mentioned the maybe most amazing collection of playoff games we've seen in a year. Those games were amazing on a Saturday and sets up for a David versus Goliath championship game next Monday. Georgia, I think 13.5 point favorite I saw against TCU. So the Horned Frogs trying to work their magic one more time when they take on Georgia, who was on the ropes and really getting pummeled for a lot of that game against Ohio State, but came out with a victory. We'll talk about that in hour 3. Bryce Williams will join us here in studio right now. We'll keep the basketball talk going. And earlier today, Mike Schwartz met with the media to talk about the upcoming contest against UCF and the win over Wichita State. He started by giving his thoughts on the Knights.
They've been really tested all season long. They've been in a lot of close games. They've won big games. They've had a really strong schedule, as strong as anybody in the conference. And obviously, what they just did in terms of playing Houston at Houston in the game they did, they played there and they were right there in that game. So, great challenge for us coming up tomorrow night.
Yeah, I ran over some of that with Michael Perry. I'll say I'm a bit concerned. This will be the best team East Carolina's played this year. I think that's fair to say. Just looking at what UCF has been able to do with some of their wins and even a narrow loss. Chandler, we love the U, Miami basketball. They lost to them by 2 points. They have knocked off some power conference teams this year and really played a difficult non-conference schedule and hung around with Houston on the road over the weekend, lost 71-65. But they have a 2-point loss to Missouri, a 2-point loss to Miami, and then wins over Florida State, who's not good, but still ACC team. They beat Oklahoma State, beat Evansville by 20, beat Ole Miss on the road. So they've got some really good non-conference wins and now are looking for their first American win. Their second American win. They beat Wichita State at home 52-45. So this will be a good one. Real quick, guess the line, Chandler. I'm going to say UCF minus 3.5.
I'm going to go a little higher than that. I'm going to go UCF minus 5.
All right. Shirley, do you want to play?
She doesn't like this game.
I know.
I hate this game. I'm going to say UCF minus 3.5.
Okay. You weren't listening a moment ago, were you?
No.
All right. So Shirley and I say the exact same number. We'll find out tomorrow.
Most people should know by now. I don't pay attention to half of what you guys
No, that was not you just saying what I said.
I listen to everything.
No,
that was you.
I went off
coming up with a number.
Yeah, he said 5, and I said, well, I don't want to go higher. I want to go lower, so I'm going to say 3.5.
All right. So
I did not realize you said the same thing.
Look for that number when the line drops, folks. 3.5. We are saying here, Chandler going with 5.
Yeah, and that win on Saturday was awesome.
I still hate the game, though.
But I know watching
Don't
that
hate
game,
the player, Shirley. Hate the game. Sorry. Go, Shirley. Chandler.
I was just saying that, it was great to see the Pirates go on the road, beat Wichita State for, I believe, the first time. But as you sit there and celebrate that win, your mind goes back to Wednesday.
That made me so mad.
Your mind goes back to Wednesday
because I was
because
angry after that win on Saturday.
Yeah. I literally was like, man, this is an awesome win, but why couldn't we have done this on Wednesday?
We should be 2-0.
And when you look at the UB stat sheet, you look at the free throws. Pirates were fantastic at the charity stripe on Saturday, 19 for 22.
Missed 3.
19 for 22, and then you go back on Wednesday just a few days prior.
Missed 15.
They missed 15. So, I mean, and a lot of those free throws were down the stretch because they were fouling the Pirates late.
Yeah.
Pirates go down, and they can't, as I like to say, they can their suits.
You knew it was freaky, though. Javon Small missing 2 straight at the line. Like, he never misses.
No.
So it was
ever.
just a, frustrating deal. And now they got to get that one back. They kind of are back even. You expected them to lose at Wichita State. So now they need to protect home court win on Wednesday night. Speaking of that win on Saturday, cut 2, how much confidence can you take away from the win over Wichita State?
I've been asked about that quite a bit, and I think the biggest thing is that it was a conference win. It was a conference road win. I mean, that we know how important and how hard those are to come by, and wherever you can get them, and so much respect for Wichita State's program and the basketball history they have, and obviously, they had a certain record versus ECU up until the other day. But regardless, really the confidence stems from just a conference win, and being on the road makes it that much better because winning on the road, it doesn't matter conference or non-conference, it's just so difficult.
Mike Schwartz 1-0 all time against Wichita State. The only number that matters right now. Gully, there's no ties in basketball.
Tie?
Gully asked what the team hopes to build on from that victory on Saturday.
Just to hopefully continue with our defense. I think it's 4 games now, pretty consistently that our defense at least is trending the right direction in terms of what we want to be about and who we want to be defensively. So we want to keep building there. I thought our ball movement was much better in the Wichita State game than it was in the Temple game, so you hope we can keep building on that as well. We ran a lot better. We ran pretty good versus Temple, but we finished in the Wichita State game. We made some challenge layups in the full court, and we finished around the rim, which really hurt us. And then obviously, everybody was talking about it, the free throws. We shot the ball from the free throw line well on the road, and we took care of the ball. Two things you have to do to win on the road, and you hope that continues. You just, that's nothing you can guarantee, but obviously we shot the ball well free throw wise the other day.
Stephen Igo asked Coach, how much has tightening up the rotation helped with the communication on the court?
Yeah, I think that is. I think that's a big deal. I think anytime the rotation's a little bit smaller, I think you get guys that probably have a little bit more of a comfort zone in terms of what they're trying to do. That being said, everybody practices. For example, Ben Biella didn't play versus Wichita State. He was awesome in practice yesterday. He had one of the better practices he's had all year long. So I think the team is pretty connected defensively, but whenever you play 8 guys and 3 or 4 guys are playing 30-plus minutes and we could stay out of foul trouble, I think that definitely helped.
We'll talk to Jeff Charles about this tomorrow. I remember him saying during the game Saturday how the ball movement for East Carolina and how it's the best it's looked all season. And Mike Schwartz in the past has talked about the ball sticking and not being moved around on offense. And Coach Schwartz was asked what the issue is when the ball movement isn't there on the offense.
Yeah, and it's usually off-ball movement. Sometimes when you get in a little bit of a rut offensively, what happens is guys tend to just stand and watch, and they don't move off the ball. And one of the most unselfish plays you can make in basketball is moving without the basketball, is setting a screen, is doing something where the ball might not be in your hands. It may not even be getting ready to be in your hands, but you're just creating what we call gravity, maybe just moving the defense, making the defender maybe flatten out to the baseline because of your movement, opening something else for something up top, whether it's a ball screen or a drive or whatever it may be. And I think when we get caught a little stagnant is when we're not moving off the basketball, when we're not moving and cutting. And, we were better with that versus Wichita.
All right, Mike Schwartz there. We'll take a timeout, come back, wrap up hour 2, and hear more from Coach Schwartz. He was asked about Brandon Suggs returning and if he was able to work with Brandon at all. You'll hear that answer and more when we return. Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. A lot more to go. Back with you after this.
America's favorite light beer, Bud Light, is also the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times with family and friends, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there's fun, because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Always have fun, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Go Pirates!
Happy New Year. This is Talbot Green, and I'm excited to announce our new partnership with Integrity Home Mortgage. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans, plus construction and lot loans. Our Integrity Home Mortgage team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir offer over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service.
To get started, call me, Braxton Green, at 526-8260. NMLS 28516, Equal Housing Lender.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owner's insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Norm Bryant with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates.
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Megan State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
This is Holt Nailers. I've been eating at Parker's Barbecue since I was a kid.
Now, all these years later, I still love to eat at Parker's. In fact, I love it so much, I bring my entire offensive line with me. They protect me, and I look out for them with great food from Parker's Barbecue. So whether you bring the team like me or just your friends and family, the awesome barbecue, chicken, and seafood at Parker's is a win every time. Parker's Barbecue, where they always treat you like family.
Great. It's 30 degrees in here. This is going to be a cold night.
No one's coming out this late.
I'm on firewood.
Dad! I'll put hot coals in our socks for bedtime. Mom!
Hi, I'm from Delcor Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Got an email about your heat being out?
That was me. I sent it from my phone.
I think your socks are on fire.
Ah!
Call Delcor today to get a new system installed for less than $100 a month. Offer expires soon. Go to DelcorInc.com. Monthly fee based on new system financing is 9.9% APR for 120 months. Call Delcor for details.
Familia on Fire Tower Road in Winterville has a brand new updated menu. Open from 4 to 9 Tuesday through Saturday and 11 to 9 on Sundays, Familia has a variety of pizza combinations and classic Italian dishes that are sure to tackle your taste buds. Enjoy Thirsty Thursdays with $3 drafts with several local brews on tap. And who doesn't love brunch? Familia has Sunday brunch from 11 to 2. Follow Familia on social media for their pizza of the week for just $12. Visit online at FamiliaNC.com. Familia, that's Italian for family.
This is Stephen Igo. You've heard from me plenty on Pirate Radio Live and perhaps have read some of my work on HoistTheColors.net. Now, get an extension of our in-depth coverage on the Hoist the Colors podcast. From game previews to immediate post-game analysis to emergency podcasts for breaking news, we've got you covered. A cast of guest co-hosts from fans, former coaches, and other writers join me for 2 podcasts weekly to break down all things ECU athletics. Subscribe to Hoist the Colors now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by First Bank. Together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. Visit the First Bank location on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville for all your personal and business banking needs. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner. Call them today at 919-291-5532 or visit them online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Cliff.
All right, back with you. Pirate Radio Live. Got more Mike Schwartz to get to. Might get to. Hello?
Sorry, hit the wrong button.
Did I say something wrong?
No, I was trying to turn my mic off and I turned yours off instead.
That just shows you the power Shirley Rhodes has to turn off my mic at any time she feels the need.
I didn't mean to. It was
that
an
was
accident.
that was a slip up, but it reminds me that to stay on my P's and Q's.
Yeah.
Not just the P's. People forget about the Q's. P's and Q's. Speaking of peas, did you have black-eyed peas?
I did.
Now, what a stupid tradition that is.
I didn't
because
have
you
any.
don't like him?
Yeah. I mean, what a overrated food.
I didn't have any black-eyed peas, and guess what I did this morning?
What?
I spilled coffee all in my car. It filled up half of my my cup holder.
Now, what is the relevance to?
Because if you don't
bad
eat,
luck.
it's bad luck if you don't eat black-eyed peas. That's the Southern tradition.
I was told that you eat collards and black-eyed peas. Collards are the dollars, and black-eyed peas were the coins, like the money you'll get.
I've heard that too, but it's also it represents
Took me
good
about
luck.
10 years to be a broke, you know what, to figure out that won't true.
Well, that and there's another Southern tradition that I only just recently discovered, and that is you're not supposed to do laundry on the first day of the year.
What lazy person came up with that tradition?
Supposedly, there is a tradition or folklore that if you do laundry on the first day, someone you love will be washed away.
Good Lord.
AKA pass away. So if you, yeah,
we come up with the dumbest stuff.
In the South, yeah.
We as a people.
That's an old wives' tale they used to tell back in the day.
Well, I didn't know that, but I was like, you know what? I'm not chancing it. I did not do any laundry.
We were so stupid years ago that like somebody did laundry and the guy like murdered his wife and he just told the police that somebody did laundry so she died. It just natural causes, and they believed. All right, sir, have a good day. Like what?
I don't know where that
up
came
with this
from.
stuff?
I had.
Hey, don't look at me. She didn't wash her laundry, or she washed her laundry.
She washed her laundry. She had it coming.
She did laundry
don't
today.
Look at me. I told her not to wash her laundry. She did anyway.
I've never heard of that.
I had never heard of it before either until this year.
She probably cooked some crappy black eyed peas and got mad.
Now I made some killer. No pun intended.
How?
Black eyed peas.
They don't. They taste like mush.
No, they don't. Not if you cook them right.
All right.
Chad on Facebook says collards for dollars and peas for pennies.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the black eyed
stupid.
peas, it represents good luck because there's a story about how during the Civil War, there was some troops that were basically starving, and the only thing that they had left was black eyed peas. So they cooked the black eyed peas, and they were able to keep the troops from starving, and eventually won the Civil War.
Wait, so Yankees?
No.
Well, the South didn't win.
I know the South didn't win, but I'm just saying that.
So now we're down here celebrating the Yankees?
Oh, jeez. I knew I should
all
have
I'm
just
saying
shut
is
up.
how stupid it all is.
Look,
this is stupid.
Look, there is nothing wrong with wanting to eat something on a certain day that could possibly bring you a little bit of good luck. There's nothing wrong with that.
If you want to do it, go. I'm not telling you not to do it. I'm telling you it's stupid. I did eat collards, but I didn't eat black eyed peas.
Then you're getting the
I
dollars.
didn't eat any collards, but I did eat a lot of black eyed peas.
No money for you, Shirley.
Well, I can't cook collards very well.
You're
I will
gonna
be
have-
the first one to tell you, I suck at cooking collards.
You're going to have great luck and no money. I'm going to have awful luck and straight cash this year. So how about this?
Wait.
Does that pose a
luck
question?
does not involve money, how is it luck? Like, define what would be good luck that does not involve money.
I don't know. Maybe the bill gets lost in the mail. You don't have to pay it. You get a free.
That involves money.
Yeah, but you don't have any money, but you got lucky.
Okay, that's fair. I still say that involves money because you're going to pay the bill, and if it gets lost in the mail and you don't have to pay it, you have the money. Shut up, Clip.
Chad said, when you were little, did your parents make it seem
This
like
is a good question.
make it seem like it was illegal to turn on the interior light in the car at night?
Yes.
Where did that come from?
Turn that off right now.
Yes, my mom used to do that all the
Get
time.
so mad.
Turn that light off. I can't see.
I can't see.
It's gonna blind me. I'm not gonna be able to see the cars coming the other way. I'm like, they got headlights too. If you can't see that, you got a problem. You shouldn't be driving in the first place.
I made a new tradition. We listened to Black Eyed Peas on New Year's Day. Let's get it started,
What kind of luck does that bring?
Terrible luck. I immediately twisted my ankle.
About as good luck as Outcast used to bring you.
Tyler says, got to get that fat back in the Black Eyed Peas. Or here's an idea, Tyler. Eat a steak. Eat something good.
Country ham. You put country ham in the black eyed peas. Fatback, not a problem.
Ham hock.
Got to put a ham hock in there.
Here's a great Black Eyed Peas recipe. You take the Black Eyed Peas, throw them in a pot, throw the pot out the window, and then make spaghetti. Awesome Black Eyed Peas recipe. Tastes just like spaghetti.
No. Take some black eyed peas, cook it with some country ham. Cut up.
What if I listen to Black Eyed Peas? Does that bring me good luck?
Cut up an onion.
Hold on.
Put a little bit of onion
Did you just
on
do
it.
that?
Hold on.
Did you just
Are
do
you
that?
freaking kidding me?
What?
Did
what
you
he
just
say?
do that?
I just ignored
Are
him.
you kidding me?
What? What did he say?
You're doing it on purpose.
No, I
don't
swear.
think he is.
No, I didn't.
Say what you just said.
No, I
Say it.
I said if listening to Black Eyed Peas, I said, can I listen to Black Eyed Peas? Would that bring me good luck?
I'd use that
Clip
joke
just
no less than.
I said it.
You know what? No, it's funny because I just
You know
said
what?
that, and
That's
then
a
it
tradition
came
that
into my
should
brain that
continue.
you did.
That's a
I
tradition
remember
that
you
should
saying it.
continue.
You're
You
in this
repeating
conversation.
everything.
I know.
You're talking. You're actively involved in this conversation.
How are you actively participating and still repeat what he says?
And guess what? That was one of my resolutions this year.
Oh, you take that, sucker.
I want to talk about resolutions with Bryce in hour 3. We'll bring that back up. All right. I meant to get to something, and I didn't. We'll do Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard. We'll do Mike Schwartz. We'll talk to Bryce, resolutions, and more in hour 3.
Okay, so we're taking a break now?
That we are, ma'am. Okay. Black Eyed Peas, how you feel about it? How do you feel about traditions? Which ones do you like? Which ones are dumb? They're all dumb, but we all kind of do them. But Shirley's right. There's nothing wrong with it, per se.
Especially when you have not so great luck like I do. I try to do the traditions. There are people that have superstitions because they think that they're going to bring you bad luck.
It's amazing, too, as kids, how much we buy into that. Like, I did break a mirror.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, my God, let me look at the calendar. I'm going to have bad luck until I'm like 15 years old.
What's the one where you have to take the salt and toss it over your shoulder? Is it if you spill salt?
Spill it.
Yeah, if you spill salt, you're supposed to take it and toss it over your shoulder?
I stepped on a crack and my mom's still in the hospital. Broke her dang back.
Oh, yeah, I did that too.
We'll take a break, come back. A lot more to go. Bryce Williams joins us after this. Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today? And then you hear,
Warren's hot dogs.
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for only $6.25 would be awesome.
Warren's hot dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's hot dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
Jeff Stein, our special guest from Brown & Wood. Hey, Jeff, electric cars are coming. What's that mean for Brown & Wood customers?
For the customers, like it or not, EV is coming. We've installed 5 electric vehicle chargers here at the dealership. We have the all-new Cadillac Lyriq coming at 1st of 2024, and we've just seen the first reservation for the new Sierra EV.
People are interested in electric vehicles. How can they get up with you?
They can visit us at brownandwood.net or 329 Southwest Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
With over 30 locations across North Carolina and southeastern Virginia, Quality Equipment is your local John Deere dealer, where you'll find everything you need for your next project. Our complete lineup of John Deere lawn and garden, agricultural, and commercial worksite equipment comes with years of experience, expertise, and dedication. We know what it takes to get it done right. Stop by today or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
Great. It's 30 degrees in here. This is going to be a cold night.
No one's coming out this late.
I'm on firewood.
Dad! I'll put hot coals in our socks for bedtime.
Mom!
Hi, I'm from Delcor Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Got an email about your heat being out?
That was me. I sent it from my phone.
I think your socks are on fire.
Call Delcor today to get a new system installed for less than $100 a month. Offer expires soon. Go to DelcorInc.com. Monthly fee based on new system financing is 9.9% APR for 120 months. Call Delcor for details.
When it comes to hauling dirt, asphalt, or stone, you can trust the pros at First and Goal Hauling Incorporated. They have a fleet of dump trucks ready to get the job done. And best of all, it's owned and operated by ECU football alum Dakota Marshall. When you have a big job and you need it done right, count on First and Goal Hauling, where it's a touchdown every time. Keep up with Dakota Marshall and First and Goal Hauling by following them on Facebook today.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville, do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers. Real burgers at its best.
Everybody loves burgers.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. The doors open at noon, 7 days a week. And the Buck has live music every night, along with football. Monday is open mic night, the first Monday of each month. Tuesday, it's karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday, it's acoustic night. Thursday, it's the dance party with DJ Kid Scene and live music every Friday and Saturday night with the best bands on the East Coast. Follow the Buck on Instagram for information and schedule of events. This season, party like a pirate at the Buck.
This is Coach Blake Carroll, defensive coordinator for East Carolina football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Carolina Caliber has the area's largest selection of outdoor shooting sports and accessories and is one of the top firearm dealers anywhere. They have everything you need for hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. Carolina Caliber will buy, sell, and trade. Carolina Caliber, locally owned and operated since 1960 on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you. Pirate Radio Live. Happy New Year to you and yours, and Happy New Year to our guest, Bryce Williams. Shirley, are we going to continue playing the intro in 2023?
Sure, why not?
All right, let's do it again.
I saw the light, I was baptized by the fire in your touch and the flame in your eyes. I'm born to love again, I'm a brand new man.
Pretty amazing that was just one take. Let It Ride.
That was it? Wow.
And it's just perfect.
I was just thinking about as y'all were singing, I'm kind of bummed that I won't get to hear the country version of 40 bowls.
I'll tell you what, man.
Days,
we have played it once.
We can accommodate you.
Let's hold off on it right now.
Okay.
We have played it once already in this show because I had to recap the standings. How did we do? And as a team, Bryce, there's no I in team, we went 21-20.
Dang, that's a guy. Oh,
one game over 500.
Oh, never mind. We didn't do too good.
I went 0-1 myself. In fact, Chandler, myself, and Shirley went a combined 0-3.
Dang, I went 0-2.
And old Bryce went 0-2.
Who was my picks again?
I remember you picked the Cowboys of Wyoming. That was an L. Louisiana lost to Houston.
Jeez.
So 0-2 for Bryce Williams.
Dang.
Yeah. Not as good as your actual bowl record as a player.
Right.
Which was actually better than that.
That is true.
Good bowl victory for the Pirates, though, Bryce.
Most definitely. Definitely.
I think I'll look back through. I think one of the texts you sent that night was, would love to see the Pirates put them away here, which seems impossible for ECU to do.
Yeah.
And it did for a little, but the quarterback went out, and Pirates were able.
Yeah.
Pirates were really good. Top 10 in the country this year in what statistical category, Chandler?
Penalties.
I don't know. That's not the one I was looking for.
Huh.
And they were not good at that night.
No, they were not.
No.
What were they good at that night that they were good at all year long?
Red zone offense?
Turnover margin. You're right, Chandler. Turnover margin.
Yeah.
Top 10 in the country. You nailed it. And part of that is Holton Ahlers didn't throw an interception like the last half of the season, which was incredible.
Yeah.
The other part was forcing turnovers. They were good at that in the bowl game, Bryce, and that led to some Pirate points.
Yeah, most definitely. I think it was a little stressful there in the beginning of the game, if my memory holds true. But we most definitely ran away with it. And before I go any further, I think which tight ends haven't done much towards the end of the season, but I want to definitely give a shout out to Shane Calhoun.
Yeah.
He had that. It was almost like that long pass he played. That long pass he caught on the bottom of the screen. He was in the slot on the right. And I saw it. I said, I guess they did 9 routes was the play. And sure enough, I saw him beat him. I said, that might go to him. And He made a very competitive catch. So I was great to see a tight end do that, and then obviously him making another competitive catch in the red zone. So I'm pumped that the tight ends were able to do something and contribute this game.
Had a question about the Hula Bowl. We were talking about that during the break, Bryce. The Hula Bowl coming up on the 14th of January, and that question was, is the Hula Bowl televised? I'm going to say yes, because it was last year. I don't remember if it was NFL Network or ESPN, but it was televised. Holton Ahlers will be participating in the Hula Bowl, and I am looking up now to see if I can find some TV info, and at the moment I cannot. So we will keep you updated on that if I get some news.
I would think the Hula Bowl, at first, when you mentioned it, I thought it would be in Hawaii.
Yeah, it's
kind of misleading.
Bit of a misnomer. Kind of like the Pro Bowl was like moved from Hawaii. Do they go back to Hawaii now? They're not even playing a game. They're going to do like the Pro Bowl contest events, whatever. So it'll be more like a challenge, maybe do some...
It's hard to cut you off there, but I guess I'm thinking of Pro Bowl. If you're not playing a game, is it just kind of like a pro-list event? Like, hey, you're a Pro Bowler.
You're a Pro Bowler. They're going to make them do stuff, though. Like a, do you remember? I remember as a kid watching this, the quarterback, what do they call it? Like the passing competitions where they'd have the targets and there'd be chalk on the balls. And I just remember Mark Brunell throwing lefty, and like the chalk shows up where you hit the target.
Oh,
do you remember that from back in the day? It was a long time ago.
That might have been before my time.
They're calling it the Pro Bowl Games, and they will. They have rosters, so I guess they're going to compete in some type of events. So, anyway, which I think is fine. Nobody watched the Pro Bowl anyway,
I didn't either.
And you don't want your favorite player getting hurt in the Pro Bowl. I remember one year they did a flag football thing, and Robert Edwards, the running back for the Patriots, tore his ACL playing sand flag football.
Yikes.
And it's like, what are we doing here? I love competition, but not when it doesn't matter.
Right.
And, of course, everybody's talking about the injury from last night. We'll get to that in a moment. But more on ECU and their bowl victory. Bryce, I said it in hour one. You almost have to change your way of thinking as a sports fan after all these years when it comes to momentum and, boy, what does this mean for ECU next year coming off a bowl win? Well, sure, you've got high spirits in the locker room, but you've also got Holton Ahlers leaving, Keaton Mitchell leaving, Isaiah Winstead leaving, CJ, hope he's back, we don't know. Ryan Jones is leaving. Your tackle Noah Henderson's gone. On the defensive side, Xavier Smith, Miles Berry, a lot of guys, Gerard Stringer, who had a great closing to his career. Yeah. A lot of guys out the door. Right. So, sure, ECU as an entity and Mike Houston Foundation, great. Everything's looking great, but somebody's got to put on those uniforms and play football, which is why I don't want to, like, spoil anybody's party or high hopes, but I do have questions and concerns about what this team will look like next year, and that's for everybody in the country, really. I mean, so many changes being made now with the portal and everything.
Oh, yeah, but I think you put that good as ECU as a whole entity. That was, very good verbiage there.
Thank you, Bryce.
You're welcome. And it is. There's definitely big shoes to fill. There's been a same quarterback for 5 years. So, I mean, he's been the guy leading the team in that realm. So, the quarterback's obviously a very, very important position. So, hopefully, I guess Mason Garcia has been mentioned as, next ECU quarterback. So, hopefully for him, he's ready to go. I mean, he's got big shoes to fill. And then, obviously, big shoes to fill in a lot of different positions as well. Yep. We got, because Rajay, he's
recovering.
Yeah, recovering. And, obviously he's got plenty of time to get back for the season. So we do have, one of the star running backs coming back, which is great. And he was obviously
Rajay is my favorite player just because I like him off the field, love his attitude. Talk about a great teammate, great guy. His attitude after the injury was spectacular. He was at the game. His dad was at the game.
Yeah.
Remained a part of the team. Having said that, he is not a game changer like Keaton Mitchell.
Right.
So, I love Rajay, love Marlon Gunn. You don't have a Keaton Mitchell on this roster right now.
Yeah, so you're kind of curious are we going to try and find maybe somebody in transfer portal or something that has kind of what Keaton had was obviously that breakaway speed and everything he brought to the game. So big shoes to fill in that, aspect. And then, obviously some great receivers, defense out of the ball. So, I think it's very well put as ECU as a whole, ended great. Everything's looking good, but there's some spots to be filled.
We'll talk about it. We'll go down the positions with IGO tomorrow, but tight end is a position that they need to look at the portal, because you had Jones, Calhoun, and Jarman as your blocking tight end. Now you're down to basically Calhoun. So you've got to, fill that position out. And there's a lot of positions like that on this roster. Now, some will be guys that didn't play this year and freshmen in the program, guys coming in from high school. But the portal is out there. Everybody's using it. ECU is going to be active in it as well.
Right. And so with the tight ends, I didn't want to say because I wasn't sure what Shane's year status was. So I wasn't sure if he was a senior, but him coming back, I've seen him make great plays. He has good speed. He's very effective when he gets the ball as well. So I feel good about for him. I'm kind of excited because it's kind of felt like, Ryan Jones obviously got a little more playing time than what Shane did. So kind of felt like me thinking back to when I was behind Hardy. Hardy was obviously the man, and I played and I did well while I was behind Hardy. But my senior year, I was able to be the starter and play, and thankfully I was fairly effective. And I'm kind of excited for Shane to maybe obviously fill those roles and be the main tight end this next coming year.
Bryce, do you wish Lincoln Riley would have left a year or two earlier, so you would have had you and Hardy could have played at the same time? Put me at tight end, Hardy at receiver. Let us go.
That would have been great. I wish obviously he would have been there my senior year by goodness, that would have been wonderful to have him there my senior year. That thing.
Yeah, Hardy would have been out, and you would have still been there.
Exactly, and that would have been me, and Coach Riley could have just done what he did in the past, and it would have been probably maybe some things would have been different, but that would have been great.
Of course, you would have liked to have had your quarterback there too,
and my quarterback. But
can't always get what you want.
No.
Shane Calhoun, by the way, same situation as Keaton Mitchell. We were talking about him coming back to the show. What year is he? The COVID thing put a wrinkle into it all. He's the same as Keaton Mitchell, basically, in that he came in 2020, played in 21, 22. So he played as a sophomore, technically, this year. So he'll be going into his fourth year as a junior, though, next year.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm glad. I mean, he can only improve his game. I mean, he can only get, to me, and my mindset going in, I mean, he can only get better. So, and he's already very good. So, I'm definitely excited to see what comes with him.
And we did this last year. We'll do it again. This is before we knew who Isaiah Winstead was. This was also when we thought C.J. Johnson might not be a part of the team. We were saying the strength. We were saying your best returning weapon is Ryan Jones at tight end. Looking at it now, who's your best returning weapon in the passing game for East Carolina? Is it Shane Calhoun?
Could it be?
Am I forgetting
Jalen Johnson? Could he be coming back?
Yeah. Jalen Johnson.
I think he has a lot of promise.
He has some big plays.
Yeah.
There in the ball game.
And that is if he decides to come back. I do believe he has one more year of eligibility.
Yeah.
But other than Jalen Johnson,
he'll be back.
So, all right, C.J. Johnson, you don't know what he's going to do?
And this is if C.J. is, which we expect him to be back. So C.J. would be obviously number one with a bullet.
All right.
But C.J., Jalen, that's a good answer. And Calhoun's up there. Who are other receivers we're not thinking about?
I'm looking forward to Kerry King getting more snaps and playing time.
What about the Duke kid? Gardner?
Jarrett Gardner.
Yeah.
I guess we might see him in the future. Tajee Hudson got some playing time in the bowl game.
Yeah, I've been kind of waiting around on him.
Tyler Savage.
Which he is in the tight end room, I believe. They moved him to tight end.
There was some new names I noticed on the field during the bowl game. So that was good to get them some reps.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, once again, we're in a position, and I love to table this and see where we are in, like, May after the spring game and after new additions have been brought in to see where we are from a receiver standpoint, a talent standpoint overall. I'll look at the stats and see. I'll find the let me find the individual stats. Look at the numbers to see who needs to be replaced and who could return this year. But as far as going out with that bowl victory, Bryce, I don't know. How good is that for just positivity? What do you remember about, I guess, the Louisiana Bowl or the Beef O'Brady's Bowl win? And did it carry over into like winter workouts or anything, like mood wise or anything, or is it like a reset?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's more so a reset. You know, obviously you want to end the season on a win. It does give you a little, I guess, pep in your step, you know, coming into the off season. But then if you look at the other aspect, you know, you lose the ball game, like, all right, well, dang, now we got to, you know, get our nose to the ground and just keep on going and got things to improve. So, I mean, there's definitely, either way, you're going to be looking to get better, you know, whether you win or lose. But, I mean, it obviously is a great feeling to end the season on a win.
I cannot find these stats. Why do I have defensive stats and not offensive stats?
Jeez, who did these stats on this website?
Where are the stats?
Slacking. Everybody cares about offensive stats. My goodness, at least I do. Oh, I saw Holton Ahlers somewhere.
That's not what I'm looking for, Bryce.
I don't even know. What are you looking for?
Individual numbers. I got all these defensive stats. Where's the offense? It should be right here, right?
You had 34 pages to scroll, right?
Now I'm at team stats. I feel like I'm missing a page.
Is there a search bar?
Are you helping me out, Chandler?
Is there a search bar?
Chandler, are you helping me?
Yes, I'm.
Because if you ain't helping, you're hurting.
Exactly.
I'm en route to
Goodness.
ECUpirates.com.
And I don't have
Now, what do you mean by en route? All you do is type in the name.
I am en route. I am on the way. I am making the turn right now.
Are you on the way? Like
I'm pulling in the driveway.
A woman says she's ready to go, and that means give you another 15. Oh,
that's true. I'll be ready in 5.
Easy now.
I'm ready in 5 minutes.
I'm gonna get Gary Honda. You really cut us off.
You just did.
I know. I was like, wait a second, I couldn't hear in my headphones. Think she's got the master cut off?
Yes.
Oh gosh.
To make you a little
It's like the
nervous.
red button in the studio.
And the problem is for you, Bryce, you're guilty by association because there's no way if she cuts me off, that means you're off too.
It doesn't matter what mic is on in
Yeah.
that room. I cut all of them off.
Wow.
Am I doing something wrong here though? I know it's up here. I've looked at it all year long.
I always feel like it's harder for the person trying to look with the person who's actually scrolling.
Yeah, you're
you know,
right.
like on Netflix, we're going through movies, and Anna's got the remote, and I can't even focus on the thing.
Maybe that way. Wait, where are you going? Chandler, how you doing over there, buddy? Are you en route?
Where's the stats at?
All right. Did you take a wrong turn?
A stat.
Yeah, dang GPS took me somewhere else.
Thanks, Siri.
Chandler's at TCU.
I'm at the NC State roster
Golly.
stats. Oh my God, what am I doing? Let's go to Tony.
We need a break.
His vehicle broke down.
Yeah. Are you
He
not
is
finding
nowhere
them either?
near
I
the
literally
stats.
go to statistics.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, then it gives me like the schedule. Like I don't want to see the schedule.
The stats
Schedule.
course is a statistic you can look at.
A stat. What is this? What are we doing here?
We need a revamp of the football website here.
I've looked at them all year long, but I go from team here to defense. I feel like we're missing a page. I think these stats are missing a page. I don't think it's me.
Have you been to all 34?
No. But why?
I've got defense, but where's the offense?
Exactly. Oh, here we go.
I tell you what.
I got it.
He didn't go far enough. He stopped digging.
Why are they this low?
Dude, why did you stop? You got to keep going.
I don't even care anymore. Take a break. We'll come back, and I'll tell you why I was looking for these stats so much. Who's returning that made plays in 2022? Who's returning in 23? We'll talk about that. Got more Mike Schwartz to hear. And we'll open up the booty bag for the first time in 23. Back with you after this.
Hello, Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and a multitude of advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,500 people, and we're one of the largest employers in our community and region. Pitt County Schools is currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. Come work for a diverse, thriving school system and be an important part of ensuring success for the students of Pitt County who are the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org. And remember, education is truly a team effort. Pitt County Schools. Live and lead.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Greenville Utilities electric customers will soon be able to receive text notifications in the event of power outages. Enrollment is automatic, so make sure GUC has your cell phone number by signing into your account at GUC.com, then update the information in your user profile. Want to talk with someone instead? Call 252-752-7166 during business hours. 252-752-7166. Update us so we can update you. Visit GUC.com for more information.
This is Holt Nailers. I've been eating at Parker's Barbecue since I was a kid. Now, all these years later, I still love to eat at Parker's. In fact, I love it so much, I bring my entire offensive line with me. They protect me, and I look out for them with great food from Parker's Barbecue. So whether you bring the team like me or just your friends and family, the awesome barbecue, chicken, and seafood at Parker's is a win every time. Parker's Barbecue, where they always treat you like family.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
This is Stephen Igo. You've heard from me plenty on Pirate Radio Live and perhaps have read some of my work on hoistthecolors.net. Now, get an extension of our in-depth coverage on the Hoist the Colors podcast. From game previews to immediate post-game analysis to emergency podcasts for breaking news, we've got you covered. A cast of guest co-hosts from fans, former coaches, and other writers join me for 2 podcasts weekly to break down all things ECU athletics. Subscribe to Hoist the Colors now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.
America's favorite light beer, Bud Light, is also the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times with family and friends, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there's fun, because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Always have fun, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Go Pirates!
This is Carson Wistenhunt, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine has been caring for the Pirate Nation and the student athletes at East Carolina University for more than 35 years and are the official team physicians for ECU. Orthopedics East provides a variety of general and specialized operative and non-operative orthopedic services to meet the needs of the patients of Eastern North Carolina. For more information, call 757-2663 or visit orthoeast.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. I got my stats. Stats to consider, UB stat sheet. So we're looking at
to consider
returning receivers from last year, and some of you out there have given me some names, including Jari Patterson. Now, did he catch a pass in the bowl game? No, Igo said he was going to play. He was academically suspended this year, but with the semesters could play and practice, which he was practicing all year, but play in the bowl game. I don't see him in the box score. Brock Spalding did have a catch. His first was in the bowl game the other night. Also, Al says Josh Murphy coming back from injury at wide receiver. So Murphy on the inside along with Spalding. Kerry King, a guy that I forgot, had 6 catches on the year. They love his speed. Jeff Charles talked about him a lot. So Kerry King, 17, maybe making an impact next year. But your leading returning receiver, according to these numbers, will be Jalen Johnson, 26 catches, followed by Shane Calhoun, 25 catches. Marlon Gunn out of the backfield had 14 catches. Josiah Hatfield will be listed as a senior next year, and still kind of waiting around for him to have a breakout. Maybe that comes next year as he could have an added emphasis in the offense. Rajay Harris had 9 catches before his injury and a receiving touchdown. Rajay did a lot of touchdown damage before being hurt. He had 5 touchdowns, which you look at rushing touchdowns this past season, Bryce, 14 for Mitchell, 6 for Ehlers, 5 for Raji. Those were all of your rushing touchdowns. No other Pirate had a rushing touchdown. I expect Mason Garcia to have quite a few rushing touchdowns. He has shown that he can be dangerous when running the football. Kerry King, as I mentioned, Savage, as Chandler mentioned. I think Jarrett Gardner was a one and done. Looking at him, I believe he played as a senior this year, so he is out. Camaro Edmonds had 1 catch. Tajee Hudson had 1 catch. Holton Ahlers, 1 catch, but he is gone. And then Brock Spalding, as we mentioned. So basically,
that 1 catch came in the bowl game.
Yeah. Yep. We're going to see 1 or 2 portal receivers, I would imagine.
Who would you say if you had to guess?
Wait. I'm talking about we're going to add 1 or 2 portal receivers.
Sorry.
I'm not saying we're going to have guys leaving. But
I mean, we saw it last year with Isaiah Winstead and, of course, Jalen Johnson. Thankfully, we have Jalen Johnson coming back this year. And, man, how I wish we could have Isaiah Winstead for 1 more year. But what a very productive year he had in his only season with the Pirates.
Yeah, even Bryce, looking at it, like 88, 1,006 touchdowns. Remember Isaiah gave us the numbers? His goals, and he was like
1,000 yards and a double-digit.
I think he said 100 catches, 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns, something like that.
He was not far off.
Which was super lofty. And we're like, all right, man, 1 ball to go around. You ain't even played it down. And, yeah, he did his thing. I was very pleased. And, of course, we loved having Isaiah on in the Players Lounge. I actually texted him after the bowl game and said, way to go out with a bang. And I said, come by and do another segment with us before you get out of here. This was Wednesday, the day after the bowl game. He said, thank you, my man. I already left, though.
Dang,
he said, maybe I can come up one of these days before I ship off to train for Pro Day. And I said, do it. Don't talk about it, be about it. Do it. Just do it, man. So we'll get him by phone if we can't get him back in studio, but really enjoyed watching Isaiah this past season. All right. Anything else on ECU football, Bryce?
Well, enjoy the break. Winter workouts is a big time, obviously, for pretty much everybody coming back, and we'll look forward to next year.
When is that, or when was it when you? How long of a break did you get?
I think we start back maybe late January. Oh no, we start back like January, about probably next week or something.
Because students come back next week, I want to say.
Yeah, I mean, so we should be starting very soon after that. So that's time to grow, literally. You know, I gained 13 pounds in 4 weeks. So
wow,
time to grow and get strong. And
how much was that? Was muscle, and how much was eating, and was it everything in between?
Everything in between.
Yeah, just straight up protein powder, not even mixing it.
Protein powder. We did some creatine and stuff, and setting my alarm till about either about 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning during workouts and eating milk and peanut butter sandwiches.
Bryce, how many illegal steroids did you do during your college days?
That would be 0.
Oh, yeah?
That'd be 0.
Trying to make some headlines.
What a loser.
Yeah.
How about as a long snapper? Did you take any?
All of them.
Who put them in your butt?
I'd say, what do you got?
The shot in your butt cheek, not like, you know what I'm saying.
Well, I mean,
well.
But yeah, I took all the steroids.
Oh, good question, Bryce. So, did you illegally put steroids into a teammate's butt?
No, never did.
All right.
I got asked, but I said no. I didn't get asked.
Hey, Bryce, will you do the honors? No.
Leave me out of it.
My hands are clean.
I'm clean. I'm not going to be abetting to this. Is that right?
Aiding and abetting.
Aiding and abetting.
Bryce?
Not me.
Never mind. All right. Bryce, did you eat black eyed peas on New Year's Day?
I had black eyed peas on Monday. Yesterday.
Well, that don't count.
They were leftovers.
Oh, so
I didn't eat.
They were cooked for New Year's Day, but you had the leftovers. I don't know if that counts.
What is that? What could that mean? Like in a hypothetical thing? If I don't eat a fresh black eyed pea, but I eat a leftover black eyed pea, because black eyed peas are what? What are black eyed peas? What's the symbol of the meal again?
I was told collards are dollars and black eyed peas were pennies. Shirley says black eyed peas are good luck.
Yeah, good
luck. So what
luck.
about Bryce eating them one day later, Shirley?
Can I have medium?
I would say you would be a day late and $1 short is what I would say.
So I just stay the same then from what I had last year.
Okay, here is okay.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna give you the history of
Are
the
you
black
route?
eyed peas. I have arrived actually.
All right, good.
Basically, it dates back to the Civil War. And
Guns N' Roses said, "I don't need no Civil War. It feeds the rich and it buries the poor."
Oh.
Why are you shaking your head over there, Chandler?
Because you're just too good at what you do.
I know.
Too good.
Too good.
How's Shirley doing?
Not good. Not
Oh
good.
my gosh.
Not great.
Not great. You're not doing too great.
What you got, Shirley?
Okay, there is evidence that people ate black-eyed peas as part of the Jewish holiday Rosh Hashanah, which is the Jewish New Year, for hundreds of years. But the tradition of cooking black-eyed peas with rice, which apparently is also another tradition, is African in origin and spread throughout the South, especially in the Carolinas. And, well...
I am neither African nor Jewish, so interesting.
Well,
what do they mean? Have we got...
we ain't got nowhere.
That website has told me nothing.
We ain't got not a single
words
place.
to lad.
Not a.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me see if this is the one that I was looking at the other day. Because I was...
My thing is, can't we eat something tastier?
Yeah, what else could mean good luck? Like maybe like donuts.
Yeah.
You know?
Donuts.
Okay, here it is. After the Civil War, actually the black-eyed peas... Black-eyed peas, not the Black-Eyed Peas, the band.
They performed after the Civil War?
It says Black-Eyed Peas.
The war is over party.
At the halftime show of the Civil War?
Battle of the Bulls featuring Black Eyed Peas.
Black-eyed peas made the journey to the Americas on slave ships as the bean was brought on slave ships from West Africa to feed the enslaved people who made the journey across the Middle Passage.
I see Bryce's frustration here.
Okay.
He's not asking about a history. He's asking what is supposed to...
Can I finish?
Sure.
Symbolic.
After the Civil War, eating black-eyed peas became more common throughout the South and was not limited to being food for the enslaved people. The Union Army raided the Confederate Army's food supplies during the Civil War, and they took everything that they considered edible, with the exception of black-eyed peas. At this point, the Confederate Army had to eat whatever they could and ate the beans out of necessity, and those troops survived. So that's where the that particular part of the tradition derived from.
Once again.
So what's the symbol of eating them?
Good luck or
bad luck?
Makes you strong.
It's kind of loosely based on the Southern phrase, eat poor on New Year's and eat fat the rest of the year. It's supposed to bring you good luck.
Okay.
So good luck.
All right.
That's what I was trying to say, but he thought that my Civil War thing was a Yankee-related thing, and he... earlier in the show.
Good luck.
So technically, yes, it was Yankee related. The Yankees stole everything but the black-eyed peas.
Let's start some new traditions where you eat good foods.
Yeah.
Foods we enjoy.
Yeah. What would yours
I enjoy
be?
black-eyed peas.
Chicken wings.
Just because you don't like them doesn't mean that I have to.
Fair enough. Well, I'm not going to ask you to start my new lasagna on New Year's Day tradition. I'll do it myself.
Sure.
And I'll have good luck. What's your luck food going to be, Bryce?
My luck food be mom's meatloaf.
Bryce's mom's meatloaf is going to be spread throughout the world.
That is something I have not had in a minute.
His mom's meatloaf?
My mom's
anybody's meatloaf.
I don't do meatloaf.
I haven't had anybody's meatloaf.
I remember telling you my wife cooked meatloaf, and you said, I ain't had meatloaf in so long.
And I still haven't.
Man, won't your mama make you a meatloaf?
It's good.
No.
I love meatloaf.
Go home this weekend and get you a meatloaf?
Can I
with
get a
peas.
meatloaf?
Meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and peas.
I might get my grandma.
I don't like peas either.
You eat black-eyed peas, but not peas? Sweet peas?
Sweet peas or garden peas, I guess that's what they're referred to. No, I don't touch them.
You know what, Shirley? You're a crazy person. Officially.
Crazy.
Okay, mister, I think these traditions are stupid.
I was on the fence, but you have fallen on the crazy person side.
Well, it's like in the South. We don't hide our crazy. We put them out on the porch and give it a glass of sweet tea.
And put it right on your plate.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe you would choose black-eyed peas over garden peas.
Yep, all day long.
How many times on Sunday? Twice?
Twice.
Wow.
Wow.
How about that? Open up the booty bag, Shirley Rhodes. We got a full
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty,
Including
booty
the trophy
everywhere.
that we brought home.
We have a full pot of Shirley's black-eyed peas to give away to caller 12.
Yeah, no.
No?
And now the lines are empty.
317-1250. Shirley, what do we have to give away today?
How about a shrimp taco lunch courtesy of Chico's?
Shrimp tacos on New Year's Day.
I like some shrimp tacos.
That's good luck.
I could do that.
I don't do shrimp, but tacos.
Chandler don't eat them, though.
No, nothing seafood.
I don't do seafood
I don't do
either.
that.
All right.
No
Shirley
seafood for
doesn't
me.
do seafood either.
Well, the callers are calling in. They want some seafood. 317-1250. We'll have our winner. We'll have more. I was going to say we should talk to our winner every day on the show like we did on the treasure chest.
Yeah, but I hope we don't have to ask a question every day because that's 365 days of that's a lot of questions.
See if our winner wants to go on with us and answer a question.
Okay, I'm looking for caller 5, by the way.
Caller 5. Back with you after this.
There's nothing more important than protecting your family. Fire ants can cause painful allergic reactions and even death. Protect your loved ones at home where you should feel the safest. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com to learn of our once-a-year treatment to guarantee you stay fire ant free. Tested and proven effective by your Eastern North Carolina exterminating professionals at Pest Tech of Greenville. Mention the crying baby for an extra 10% off.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
What happened to your New Year's resolution?
My resolution is to eat better. Epic stuffed crust, better ingredients, better pizza. I'm eating better.
What are you guys doing in my house? Don't answer. I thought you said you weren't coming back.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates.
Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. University Sportswear ENC.com is your one-stop shop for all promotional products for your business. With over 1 million items to shop from, University Sportswear ENC.com offers high-quality products at prices to fit any budget. Visit University Sportswear ENC.com for contact information and to get shopping. University Sportswear ENC.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
BMS Builders is your premier custom builder in Eastern North Carolina. With homes in Blackwood, Mills Creek, Dalton's Cove and Farmville, and Belmar and Ayden, they're constantly expanding. Now to Laurel Glen and Sarah's Way, plus the new duplex community at Abigail Trails. BMS Builders can build the home of your dreams. Just ask Dr. Dennis Ross in Greenville or ECU football coach Mike Houston. They built their homes, and they can build yours as well. Call 916-1578 for BMS Builders.
It's bow time. You've probably heard folks say, don't call it a comeback. But at Bojangles, we don't like to beat around the bush. So when the sizzling, savory pork chop griller's back in all its tender, marinated chili lime glory, and you can get a pork chop griller combo for just $4.59, go ahead, call it a comeback. Get a legendary pork chop griller combo for just $4.59, only at Bojangles. It's bow time.
This is Xavier Smith, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. To get the business services that are right for your business today, contact the team of experienced local bankers at First Bank. The team includes bankers you can trust like Ashley Capps, Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nesbitt. First Bank, together with their customers, they're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. First Bank on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. And congratulations to Chad Carwine of Greenville, who picked up a shrimp taco courtesy of Chico's. And Clip, I've got Chad on the line if you would like to speak to him.
Awesome, yeah. Continuing our treasure chest tradition, I thought get to know some of our listeners that maybe didn't win in the treasure chest. And Chad Carwine joining us. Carwine, two good things. You don't want to mix those things.
No.
You don't want to have wine in the car.
No.
Chad, how you doing?
Doing all right. How y'all doing? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too, Chad. And you told Shirley that this is the second radio prize you have won today. So I got to ask, did you have black eyed peas on New Year's Day?
I did not, but I was listening to the conversation, and it kind of feels like I might have. You know?
Yeah. What did you eat?
Lucky.
It was lucky. So what did you eat on New Year's Day?
On New Year's Day, what did we have? I think it was like chicken wings, watching games and stuff like that.
There you go.
You know, so, yeah, just kind of laid back. Lots of leftovers still, you know, from the holiday.
I'm eating chicken wings next New Year's Day, and everybody else should. All right, Chad, we'll make it quick. Anybody got a question for Chad? Chandler?
Oh, sorry.
Chad, what do you do?
I actually work at ECU.
Okay, cool.
What are you, basketball coach?
No, I'm not. I'm the sustainability manager for the university. So, environmental things.
Awesome. That sounds...
Oh, that's cool.
The university more efficient and stuff like that.
There we go.
Good deal. All right.
Yeah.
Save the power bill.
Chad, do you like cheerwine?
I got to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of it.
Wow.
I lived in Greensboro for 3 years and worked at UNCG. So I did try it. I have tried it multiple times.
Y'all like cheerwine?
I'll drink it, but I don't drink sodas really, but I like Cheerwine when I did.
That's the thing with me. I don't drink soda hardly at all.
All right, health nuts, fine.
Sorry, man.
My dad has a buddy that he went to school with here at ECU that is actually addicted to Cheerwine.
All right, I like that guy.
But Chad, your last name's Carwine. What is your dream car, and what's your favorite wine?
Oh, good questions.
Dream car. I guess I'd have to say probably like one of those new like Ford Lightning electric trucks. I'd really like to get a big raise at work so I can afford something like that.
Okay.
All right.
And wine, probably just something light, like a white wine, Pinot Grigio or something like that.
Okay.
Not a big wine drinker either.
What about Chardonnay?
It's not bad. I did have some champagne on New Year's Eve. Some of the bubbly there.
There you go.
Yeah, I had some.
Because I have a giant bottle of Chardonnay in my refrigerator I can't get rid of.
You throw it in the prize pack.
Yeah, throw it in the prize pack there.
When I was 17, I had strawberry wine. My first taste of love.
Deanna
Carter.
Yeah.
17.
That's right.
Great song.
That was bittersweet.
That hot July moon.
Bryce, you got a question?
I'm good. Everybody's sort of hitting everything.
All the questions we had, you were.
I was curious. Yeah, man.
All right, fair enough. Well, Chad, congratulations, man.
All right, thanks a lot, and you all take care.
Yep, we will.
All right, Chad. See you, Chad.
Why'd you say it like that?
Because
said, all right,
he's a Chad. Or was a Chad.
Yeah, a fellow Chad.
I'm a fellow Chad.
Oh, speaking of Chad, this is bad.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you're rhyming.
Chad Morse on Twitter said, meatloaf is what killed my dog Zeb.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
He
what
said-
kind of meatloaf did he eat?
He said, last meatloaf my mom ever cooked.
No way. That's a terrible story.
I know. It's awful.
Way to throw
Your
your
dog
mom under
died
the
due to
bus.
meatloaf?
Man, mom.
That's awful.
I think that Chad and his dad, that the mom's meatloaf was so bad, they sacrificed the dog so she'd never make it again.
Oh, my God.
Yikes.
Y'all are terrible.
Dude, can you
That was terrible.
Is that, should I, no? I don't know.
I don't know, but you
I hope
rhymed
his
really
mom's
well in
not
that
listening.
Yeah, I hope Chad's mom's not a loyal listener like Chad is. The killer meatloaf. My goodness, that's scary.
Yeah.
Coming out 2023. Coming out summer 2023.
Killer meatloaf?
Killer meatloaf.
Cocaine bear.
And it's best.
You know what? That might be one movie that has never been made.
It's based on that. It's based on that story. It's based on a true story.
Loosely based on a true story.
A family in Winterville.
Yep. The dog dies because of the meatloaf. My
And
goodness.
then rises again, and I don't know.
Wait, zombie dog?
Yeah, zombie dog.
That's the sequel.
Oh, okay.
See how easy it is to be out in Hollywood and make this stuff?
Oh, yeah.
We just made 2 blockbusters.
Oh, we gotta get Bryce. We gotta get Bryce in L.A. on the phone.
Killer meatloaf. Easy peasy.
We've got ideas.
Killer Meatloaf 2, Rise
I
of
mean,
Zeb.
we could actually get him a brand new wardrobe based on our ideas.
Who, Bryce in
Yes.
L.A.?
Yep.
Get him some new bright, tight pink shorts.
Uh-huh.
There we go.
Fuchsia.
Bryce Williams should dress up as Bryce in L.A. for Halloween.
That would be fantastic.
Do you own shorts that are like 2 inches?
I mean, I prefer
Daisy Dukes.
Wait, 2 inches above the knee or two like?
No, above your like crotchal area.
No, none like that.
What word is that?
Crotchal.
Crotchal.
No short. I mean, I like a little shorter shorts, but not that short. I'm like more like a 8-inch seam kind of guy.
All right, the old 8
6 inches gets a little too short.
The old sixer. All right, fair enough. I'm a foot long man myself. I still wear jams. All right.
I have been looking for a pair of jams for years. Just so you know.
Jams, what are jams?
Jams are like in the 90s. They were popular like below the kneecap and usually came in, would you say like bright colors, Shirley?
Bright colors,
Yeah.
a lot of floral patterns.
But
But
it's almost like wearing like a long bathing suit or something, kind of.
they really resemble board shorts.
Yeah, board shorts.
But they were like the thing to wear. Along with Swatch watches, which I finally got for Christmas.
Swatch watch.
We will take a break, come back. We'll go Pirate Radio Outdoors and have more for you when we return. PRL back with you after this.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. The doors open at noon, 7 days a week. And the Buck has live music every night, along with football. Monday is open mic night, the first Monday of each month. Tuesday, it's karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday, it's acoustic night. Thursday, it's the dance party with DJ Kid Scene and live music every Friday and Saturday night with the best bands on the East Coast. Follow the Buck on Instagram for information and schedule of events. This season, party like a pirate at the Buck.
America's favorite light beer, Bud Light, is also the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times with family and friends, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there's fun, because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Always have fun, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Go Pirates!
This is Dr. Phil Perdue from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Before you hit the road this travel season, be sure to get your tires inspected by the tire guys at Greenville Auto World. The Greenville Auto World service team sells all the top brands and economy tires if you need a new set. Need an oil change, state inspection, or AC repair? Greenville Auto World can work on any type of vehicle, and the monthly oil change special is only $29.99. Make an appointment now by calling 364-8730. For award-winning service, trust Greenville Auto World.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American Airline flights perfect for your next trip. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
This isn't your regular cola, so this isn't your regular cola ad. No beach parties or family barbecues here, just Nitro Pepsi, the first cola ever infused with nitrogen. So forget everything you thought you knew about soda, because that nitrogen gives us a whole new experience. Think an infusion of smaller bubbles for a cola that's got a lighter, smoother texture. And don't get me started on the pour. You don't pour this like any other cola. We're talking turn the can completely upside down and watch as those bubbles cascade into the glass to create a frothy, luxurious foam topping. Can your cola do that? I didn't think so. Unless you've got your own Nitro Pepsi, in which case cheers to your great taste. Because you already know that the only thing better than the pour is the unapologetic cola taste. What else is there to say? From the creamy foam to the smooth texture to its unbelievably delicious flavor, this is cola like you've never had it before. Time to bring your taste buds to the next frontier. Nitro Pepsi. Smooth, creamy, delicious.
Pirate Radio.
We'll strap it on with anybody, anywhere. It doesn't matter. I know this. I want to win or lose with the group that we have in our locker room.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. It was a down day for the stock market. The Dow was down 10 points, closed at 33,136. NASDAQ was down 79 points at 10,386. And the S&P dropped 15 points, closed out the day at 3,824. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back into the show. Here's Clip.
All righty. Tyler M says, I love seeing on-location videos on YouTube that you guys put out. Good stuff. Troy D, Ellerby, Chandler, Jenny, Big Dog, they do a great job with those on-location videos, highlighting our awesome sponsors. So thanks for checking those out, Tyler. Eric says, great show today, y'all. Strong start to 2023. I feel like we closed 2022 in a very positive, complimentary mindset, and that has carried over to 2023. So we are going to be more kind and polite and in tune. The listeners are going to take that from us, pay it forward, and start giving off that kindness and appreciation and positive vibes.
Did someone say in tune?
In tune.
In tune.
Bryce has always been a very respectful young man.
I try to be.
With a positive outlook.
Thank you.
I would say. Bryce, let's do a lightning round of Pirate Radio Outdoors. Tell us what's been going on.
Well, unfortunately, the deer season went to an end yesterday. I did not shoot a deer this year. So, and I was like, would you stop complaining? So she's, I was a little pouty.
You've been talking about it around the house.
Yeah, I've been talking about it around the house. But, I saw plenty of deer, so I didn't have a terrible deer season. It wasn't last year. But, hey, just going to make improvements. And I can just look forward to next year. So now it's, sort of I've been duck hunting and, swan hunting. Where, I went on a swan hunt.
And, so you racked up on some birds.
So I was able to get the swan. So that was a bucket list of mine. So I was able to do that last Thursday. Then we went on the goose hunt. And my buddy shot some two-wood. He shot some geese. So
amazing how big those birds are when you look at them up close and when you're holding one.
Oh yeah,
for me anyway.
Yeah, oh yeah. Geese are they're pretty heavy. They got some weight to them. But that was a fun hunt. So I've been doing it. Probably gonna focus on duck hunting and all that for the most of this month since it goes out this month. So we got a few weeks left of that. So I hope I can have a good waterfowl season, unlike my deer season, and then just keep it going, and then obviously try to get on the water, because the boat needs to be ran.
And my goodness, some unseasonably high hot temperatures here.
Yeah.
75 the high on Tuesday, 78 on Wednesday, 69 on Thursday. And then the weekend, you get to some 50s with lows in the 30s. So, but still,
it's. It feels great, but like I said, I like when it's the season, when it's the month, it's supposed to be chilly. I'd like it to be that way, but can't complain. Good weather.
Bryce, thanks for joining us, man.
Thanks for having me.
And kicking off a new year, we'll talk to you again next week. We will get you ready for ECU Hoops on tomorrow's show. Still got some Mike Schwartz to get to, Stephen Igo, Patrick Mason, and the voice, Jeff Charles, going to join us and a lot more. We'll talk to you then, everyone. For Shirley Rhodes, Chandler Honeycutt, the crew here at Pirate Radio, I'm Clip Rock. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.